Hey gamers, welcome back to a brand new DSP video. That's right, we're going to be watching some of the viewer choice stuff and the podcast. I do want to say this about Lollipop Chainsaw. I did go back to play the Repop remaster or whatever on PlayStation. I think they might have fixed the combat, so it's a little bit more responsive, I think. However, the quick time events still feel janky, like you have to mash the button for it to acknowledge that you hit the button. And then the big blow to the whole collection, to this whole remaster, is the music. I understand sometimes when it comes to like licensing, it's hard to get it, especially I think with this, it's probably none of the original devs worked on this remaster. It was another studio that did it. And it wouldn't surprise me if they just could not get the rights, like they just didn't have the clout or money or whatever to get it. They just probably couldn't do it. It's still a bummer because the stand-in music isn't good. It's not bad, but it's not like adequate. It like maybe it would have been better if they just made songs of the same genre or whatever. Like I don't know. It's just it just doesn't hit the same. But that's like whatever, I guess. Overall, the solid remaster. I think the best remaster they did was Shadows of the Damned. It's $25, so it's cheap. And I kind of like how the game feels so far. I'm still at the beginning part of it, so I can't really say if I like the game, but it's definitely better than this, just by sheer comparison. But this is still pretty good. I'm liking it more. So that's my stance on the Lollipop Chainsaw re-release. I do wish it was better. I do wish you could play the original. It doesn't replace the original, or it doesn't like help. I think the original is way better, and some of the visuals don't look that good in this either. The Zed, I think it's Zed. The Zed boss fight I think is a good example. The style of it does not land in this version, but it's not awful. If you are going to play this, play it on original mode. Do not touch Repop mode, because that mode, they censored the gore in that mode, and they got rid of all of the comic book, not all, because he's playing on Repop mode, but the character intros that uses the comic book style, they do not have that in Repop mode, so it looks awful, just sheerly in that way. But anyways, that's my general opinion on it. Now let's see what the guy has to say, because that's what we're here for. Not for me, for him. Oh, I'm on the wrong window. Alright, there we go.
On you both! Kill the motherfuckers!
I like the faces making.
Yes, Sensei!
And the costumes is missing all the costumes. You don't have the Evil Dead costume.
1, 2, 3.
Unfortunately.
It's party time, motherfuckers!
Happy birthday! Happy birthday to time to party!
Okay. We're gonna skip this part. Okay, so now it's gonna do this shit.
Whoever's behind
This dude is like just yeah. This is a video game. Like he's not even trying. Like man, I kind of want to do a full react to him playing this game. By the way, so that may happen. That may happen. It probably will. Or maybe compare it to like the original.
I'm so bored, guys. I really am. It's a super boring game.
Look at this. He's supposed to have one. Like, come on.
There's 20 more of these fucking zombies I have to kill. 20 fucking more.
Oh, I didn't know there was a counter. When I played this, I wasn't paying attention to that. Oh my god, dude. This dude is just... He's not even looking at the animations. He's just smashing. Like, look at this. You get to look at the animation, see the heads flying, stays there. Then, okay, now I can move. Okay, you finally learned a combo.
Oh man.
And it's not even like trying to dodge.
can't believe the first stage of the game is so long and so bad. This is the full first stage. Yeah, the first was the tutorial.
Whatever.
This is so awful.
Happy birthday.
Like what should they have done?
Look how long this shit takes.
Oh man, this majorly sucks.
Man, he's not even like doing much. He's just doing the same moves. He just blames out obligation at this point. I mean, I get it. I mean, it's a viewer's choice that people voted for this in.
Dude, fuck this game. Nah, fuck no.
Fuck this game.
Enough of this. I've had enough.
Nah.
This game is awful. I am
Awful.
so bored. Do you really think I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna kill 24 of those zombies in the slowest way possible as they insanely slowly start coming out?
How is it insanely slow, dude? You're fucking mashing. Come on.
This game is
Whatever.
fucking terrible.
It's
I
gonna
remember
get harder
hating
as
it
it
back in the
goes.
day. I hate it now. This game is awful. It's not.
This is not true. He liked the game. He said it was unique and it was fun and short time of goodness or whatever the fuck he said in the Hateful Truth. He loved this game, but I guarantee. But you know, it's funny, right? There are people, a lot of reviewers do this too, where they may play a game at one point and say, "Oh, this game kind of sucks." 5 out of 10. And then like years later, they may revisit the game and be like, "Well, you know what? Over time, I think actually this was a hidden gem." I was like, you know, people's opinions do change over time, but I see a lot of people mostly do that when they you know might have hated something, then they liked it later on. DSP is the only person. He's in the minority of people who like something, then over time, well, it was terrible, you know, or whatever. Like, I can understand that maybe there's something that you liked as a kid, that you grew up to hate it, or whatever. That's, like, one thing. But I think that the main reason why people, like, bring it up is that DSP is such a... He talks in such absolutes, and it's a running issue with him, because this dude is Mr. Moderation, Mr. The world isn't black and white, yet he talks in absolutes all the time. So you're more willing to want to call him out and say, wait a minute, and he also bitches about reviewers who, like, don't give games a fair chance, or a fair shake, or whatever the fuck. This dude didn't even, like, remember he liked this game, and at least had the thought, well, I did like this game when I was younger. I wonder what my opinion is of it now, you know? Like, I can understand. Let's say he did say, oh, Lollipop Chainsaw, you know, I like this game when I played it when it first came out, you know, and I'm a different person. I wonder if I like the game now or how it holds up. And then he could play the game, and then, like, he could say, oh, man, I don't think I like this game anymore, you know, whatever, like, but now that I said that out loud, either one of his flying monkeys is gonna tell him about, you know, how to think like that, or he'll just suddenly decide, this is how I'll act when I'm playing games that I have played in the past. Like, if he ever gets to play Bayonetta 1 or 2 again, he will definitely do that, probably. Hey, you know, I used to like this game back in the day, so I wonder if I'm gonna like Bayonetta now. You know, it was made by the people who did Devil May Cry. And then he's gonna play it like, you know, I think I liked it back then, but I don't like it now. It's okay if you like it, but I don't think it's for me anymore, man. That's what he's gonna do moving forward. Watch. Just watch. Because, like, that is probably the most reasonable way he could have handled this, and he didn't do it that way because he's a baby. He's a giant baby.
Not even, oh, it's cringy. Oh, you know, it's the gameplay. The gameplay is so fucking bad. I am so bored.
I mean, he didn't even know this was a Suda 51 game.
I played it for an hour. I want to rip my hair out. I want to fucking shove a cactus up my dick hole. I want to do anything but play this game. I'm so fucking bored.
Yeah, he should
I
shove
really
a
hate
cactus
this.
hole. He should do it.
I really, really hate this, so I'm done with it. Wow. Well, I was
Wow.
45 bucks down the drain. I hated it back then. I hate it now. That game sucks. I'm glad I'm never playing it again.
I'm glad I'm not playing it again.
Oh my god. That was
Oh
an
my
hour of the
God.
fucking marathon completely wasted on that horrible game.
How is it a waste?
That shit is
Right?
awful.
Think about it.
Let's go.
How is it a waste if he played the game that people voted for? Correct?
That is so boring.
I like, you know what? There is something very, I kind of hated this camera at first, mostly because it's like, how many times do we need to see DSP dead on, right? Like, I get it, but at the same time, look at this kind of shit, right? Not
That
this.
is so boring.
This little mini pause is really funny. It's like, well, you see him thinking, you see the gears turning.
One of the most boring games I've ever played.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, champ. Back to chess. Chess is boring, stupid. Dude. Mr. Make Humble literally called him out. You even said it was a unique game and you enjoyed it the most of 2012 and gave it an 8 out of 10. And this dude would complain about reviewers giving games 8 out of 10 if they, didn't like it or whatever the fuck.
Well, let's see here. Did I do all the shout outs for all the contributions?
Positive reviews all
right?
around. Around it got sold nearly 5 million copies. Oh, yes.
So we're at 400. Oh. We're at $489 of contributions, guys. We are literally.
By the way, I like that he does this shit and he gets rid of it immediately, but this is actually a cool thing. He should do this more often. But no. Why have fun with your fucking 2-camera setup? It's only one at a time, dude.
We are literally $11 away from another shot. Can we get to 500? Can we get it to 500 right now so we can get another shot?
Let's go
and then let's see what you guys want to do next.
I kept calling this game, by the way. I kept calling this game Refactorio. I kept calling it that. Every time I talked about it, I was like, oh yeah, Refactorio. And I'm pretty sure someone on Twitter probably did not understand what the fuck I'm talking about. They probably thought I was talking about Metaphor. Like, what? You play Metaphor?
Fuel.
But look at this game. Look at this game. And I guarantee you, he saw the screenshots and was like, oh, this looks boring because it doesn't look modern. DSPC sprites, which by the way, he loves sprite fighting games and platformers, but he hates these kind of sprites. Like, look at this. He probably got bored because it's like, this isn't flashy. Where's the flashy graphics? No, graphics bad. Graphics for you? And he's not even trying to make this fun. Like, dude, this dude, got bored playing chess. Said in the podcast, by the way, chess is kind of boring, but I can play it again. But he's not even trying to make it fun. But this would be a game that he would say, this is a chill game for the chill night streams. Oh, yes.
Rotate it once it's selected. What do you mean? I did this. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Sip, sip, sip.
Literally no one on stream on either side, YouTube or Kick, is paying any attention to this game at all.
Dude, someone said make your reaction bigger. He could have responded to that. Is that not the furnace? Let's see. Everything needs fuel. Okay, you could say, oh, everything needs fuel. Okay, I'll give everything fuel. Let's put fuel on the trees. But no, can't do that. Let's get some logistics. I mean, there's stuff he could have responded to. This is why gas prices affect the economy. Like, there's stuff he could react to, but no, they need to tag him and talk about stuff he wants them to talk about. Because that's how you interact with people.
Should I just turn it off? I've been playing for 16 minutes. Literally, no one has made a comment. No one has tagged me in chat. No one is paying attention. Fuck this.
Dude, you've been talking about the game.
Why did you guys nominate games that you didn't care about?
Now, he's gonna say in the podcast, a little spoiler alert, I did rage quit Factorio. But the thing is, when you act like this, people are gonna associate with negative emotions that are, like, bad. Correct? Dude, this is I'm paying attention, King. This is a great game.
Nominated and voted the game. I'm just playing the tutorial. No one's talking about the game whatsoever. Literally, it's a complete waste of time. Everyone's paying no attention.
Dude, it's the tutorial. I love that in other games, like, we played the tutorial, but when you get out, then it became a fun game. But dude, look at the game. You just know he was ready to write this game off because, like, dude, look at it. Look at it. It has those shiny graphics.
No attention at all. So why am I playing the game? Okay, enough of that. On to something else. Hopefully that someone will pay attention to. All right.
Like, why
I
can't
swear-
he just, like, dude, he played this for what, like 20 minutes? Why couldn't he just say, right? All right, this game, it's not really, I don't know, he could have figured something else. Like, he did not need to say, why did you vote for this? Why did you do this? And this, that, like, he didn't need to do that.
I swear, people
swear.
nominated games for this marathon just to fucking make the marathon suck ass. But I think when we hit 50 goals, I'm just going to pick the games myself.
Dude, this is like, this is what I mean when I said the viewer's choice is the most passive-aggressive goal he ever does. Every viewer's choice. Like, you could argue the Persona viewer's choice were the only ones that he wasn't passive-aggressive with. But he played those games on easy. But, like, when it came to, like, later on events in his career, it got more passive-aggressive after that.
Myself. Just like we do with Mega Man. You notice with Mega Man it worked? Because I picked games that were interesting and I was drunk and I was trying to beat Mega Man drunk and it was fun. So next time I'm just not going to pick shitty games. I'm going to pick stuff that I know people will watch.
Why do you say shitty games?
All right, what a waste of time.
It wasn't like the game was bad.
All right,
It was
well,
no one was talking.
We've got WWE 2K24 and we've got Onimusha. I've heard a lot about Onimusha. That it's a great game.
Now, the reason why I want to play Onimusha so bad, I knew this was going to be a full playthrough. Literally because Capcom's making the new Onimusha. And guess who wants to cloud chase, baby? This guy. This guy wants to chase Onimusha. He wants to be the guy to play Onimusha and then be like, I love this game, wow! Then he'll play Onimusha 2, the remaster. Then, after that, he will play the new one when that releases. Day 1 views, baby.
Great game and that I should check it out. And I feel like I want to because I haven't ever played it and I want to know what it's all about.
Yeah, because there's a new one coming out. That's literally why. That's literally why. It's kind of like a stacked game. Let's see, 6th shot. Then he started playing Onimusha. I want to see what he says at the end.
Different genres of games. It's like Resident Evil plus an action samurai game. I dig it. I hope you guys liked it. That's fun. I want to play more of this. And if it really is 6 to 8 hours, I think it fits perfectly into our schedule for streaming. Maybe we'll start playing it in the rotation. Whatever you guys think. I like it. I'm having a great time.
I've been thinking about this, right? Correct? When he was pressuring his chat to make this marathon happen, and he's like, oh, I need to do it on Monday. Oh my god. If I don't do it Monday, it's gonna push everything back and we're all gonna cry. But what is he playing today? Dark Souls and then oh my god, jeez. Dark Souls and Call of Duty. Let's go to his channel. Let's go to his schedule. This is a weird thing to like kind of go down a rabbit hole about, but let's go. Let's fucking go, right? Let's go to his little schedule. Destroys idiot. So let's see. What was he doing Tuesday? Ninja Gaiden 2. Then Onimusha, which he didn't know he was gonna play. But if he did the marathon Monday, right? He would then push, like, let's say Dark Souls on Tuesday, then Ninja Gaiden on Wednesday, then Thursday. It could be anything. It could be it could have been Onimusha after he played the marathon. So it's already like there's really nothing he would lose by doing Monday, but he had to pressure his little dents into like bum rushing the other streams to make sure he hits the goal so he could do it Friday, because he dedicated himself to doing the marathon Friday because that was the day he wanted to do it. That's what's annoying about this new goal system is that it's not even like, oh, we don't need to do streaks anymore, guys. It's that he'll find a day that he'll say it's perfect, then like get committed to doing it that day, and then we'll try to like force his audience to make it happen that day, which is not very chill.
Fine. Next time we'll backtrack. We'll open the other door first, then we'll come to this one and continue on. All
How
right?
is it a premiere? He's saying
All right,
this
guys,
is a
thank you
premiere
so
on
much.
Wednesday. How is it a
Onimusha
premiere when
Warlords,
he's already
2 thumbs
playing
up.
it?
Can't wait for more. See you later.
Yeah, this was the only game he wanted to play. Honestly, the only game. Chess? I don't know why I'm burping so much. I'm sorry, guys. This is a sad day. But, it's very obvious that this game, and then for some reason, for some unknown fucking reason, chess, were the only games he wanted to play. Light Up Chainsaw, I hated it because, oh, how dare a woman, be in a video game. Factorio, it does have shiny graphics to look at, so why would I want to play that, stupid? And then this game, which is a Capcom game, and there's going to be a new game in that series coming out. And if there's one thing DSP loves doing is cloud chasing, baby. He loves it. All right. Let's watch the podcast.
And I took a look. 100 subs expired on Kick.
Oh, dude, this is vintage Twitch sub panicking, where he'd get a bunch of gifted subs, and then the next month, it would all go away. He would then act as if this dude is about to go broke again. And then it would trigger the whale that gifted that to gift him another. Like, it's really like a endless loop to really keep the whales dedicated to him. Like Only Iced Coffee. He loved doing this to Only Iced Coffee. He loved it because but then, the thing is that Kick should add. It will definitely help DSP if it starts keeping track on how many gifted subs people give, and then and all that. Like, it was to us, like, not to a science. Only Iced Coffee kept bragging, oh, I gotta get 500 gifted subs. I gotta have Twitch say that. Okay, okay. Then he comes back, okay, I need to have it say 1,000. I need to get up to 1,000. So once Twitch does that, Iron Cook Sakai and maybe Only Iced Coffee will both go back and fall in that addictive loop again. These people, Disney knows how to get them on the hook. That's all this is.
I like to maintain the levels that I have, right? 100
Right.
freaking subs expired on Kick over the day that I was off. So if you're on Kick, now would be a great time if you want to support via subs. Please do. I'll be honest.
I'll be honest.
On the Kick side, it's been on the slower side this month. I would say
no.
the YouTube side has been pretty good. Tips have been great. But on the Kick side, it's been a little bit sluggish this month. So please support the channel in any way. You'll get a shout out if you do. And subs would be great today. A good way to start the month. Okay.
Subs would be great. But I didn't want to give you a sub.
Shall we start with some shout outs? Marathon. So we'll talk about everything that happened. 5 games made it into the marathon. And I had them all installed and ready to go.
Except for WWE. That one he didn't have ready.
And basically the reason that we played the games in the order we did was voting. Like during the marathon, I asked people via polls, what do you want to see next? What do you want to see next? So we played the games in the order that people voted for them. I didn't choose the order. So the first game that was chosen was chess. Then it was Lollipop Chainsaw. Then it was Factorio. And then we had time for one more game. And I made the executive decision to try Onimusha Warlords. All right. So
yeah, because
let's talk about that.
You gotta
Since we want to talk about Factorio, Factorio was the 3rd game that we played. And I knew absolutely nothing about Factorio at all. I didn't even know what it was. Okay.
Okay.
So I booted it up. And what you is you're a guy who's like a resource management guy running around mining, crafting, building things. And so it's a combination of various factors. It kind of reminded me of back in the day when I used to play games like Age of Empires and stuff like that. Now, here's the thing. I only played the game for 16 minutes. Okay? And of course, it's the tutorial. So all I'm doing is I'm learning the mechanics of the game, how
Okay.
to maneuver the menus and the like.
Right. Correct.
During the 16 minutes I'm playing it, I kid you not,
I kid you
the
not.
entirety of the stream came to a screeching halt. Viewers were leaving the stream en masse. Like,
Okay. Let's see how he played Factorio. How did he play? How did he play this game? How did it go? We'll go to a random part.
all right, anyway.
This guy's like
Smelting.
Minecraft menus.
Kind of similar to Minecraft in that regard.
Yeah. Okay.
He wonders if the mining can be automated. Make this.
All right. Can it be automated?
I need.
Okay. See, no commentary. Let's go to Lollipop Chains. Let's go in the middle.
Just tank right through it. Like, well, you couldn't do anything about that. There's no block. There's no counter. All you could do is this flip, which isn't even really a dodge. It's pretty lame. I can't even see what's going on right now. Look, can you see? I
He
can't
doesn't
see.
really move around. It's just him bitching. All Lollipop Chains is him bitching. Honestly. Then let's go to. What? Oh. It was like that confused me. Let's go to chess for a sec. Okay, he just stared at the chessboard. He probably didn't know what he was looking at. And then let's go to Onimusha.
It was on TV a while. 2 seasons. Mashy, mashy. Time for slashy. How exactly am I breaking bones with the saw? Oh, fuck, with the sword?
Dude, this dude is giving day one like commentary on this. Kinda. Oh man.
Monsters! Close the door, now!
But someone is there.
Get him!
Forget his ass. He is dead. Or as good. Attack me. I'm see if I can counterattack. Get flipped up. That's beautiful currency. Oh.
Came out of nowhere.
It's a shortcut to the keep.
Be helpful.
Okay.
I appreciate that very, and climbing. Support of a about some subs over on.
Okay.
Nice
Oh,
2D
man.
rendered backgrounds, by the way. Hop, 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 hop. Wonder how old this game actually
this
is.
is how
When did-
it
oh
happened to
shit!
people
When did this game
all-
first come out?
Right?
Flippity flopping. What are you doing, you flippers? Stop flipping. Flip it. Flop. Stop flippity flopping and flooping. Ha!
Okay.
Oh, he kick flips.
Oh
Thinks
wait.
he's the Rock. No. All right.
No.
Very nice. Flippity
Very
flopping
nice.
flooping. Oh, we're down the hole now. Guy was just standing here waiting for me.
Okay. This is also kind of boring to be honest. I got bored watching.
It's like we had overall during the marathon.
How
I think
do
we had
people want
around
me to watch
300 some
it?
people on YouTube and something like 50, 60 viewers on Kick. People just started leaving. We went down
But
into the
he
200s
was talking more during that game than Factorio, for the most part.
on YouTube, and we were dropping on Kick rapidly. Okay, both chats completely disengaged and stopped talking to me
Not really. I mean, they were talking about the game, and he could have responded to that, but whatever.
all.
Okay.
They were slow as like molasses. No one was typing. No one was tagging me. Nothing.
Nothing.
So I'm looking. I'm like, I'm playing this game for 16 minutes, and I'm just learning the tutorial of obviously with some kind of a strategy-based game, right? It's probably going to be you do resource management to build settlements and factories that are going to make things for you. I'm sure eventually probably makes robots and stuff. You probably have to defend your base against aliens and stuff. That's what I'm guessing, right?
So you
but
know what the game is.
I'm literally 16 minutes in,
Okay,
and
whatever.
everyone on the stream is dead. So I'm like, why am I playing this?
Why am
Right,
I
like,
playing
listen,
this?
There are some games.
And then, by the way, I love that he said that after he dropped it, I'm gonna pick the games I play on these marathons. And it's like, man, okay, cool. And then he walked that back. But the thing is, in reality, I think he was in a way exposing the grift he's gonna do now. He's gonna start guiding their hand to pick the games he wants them to pick. Like he's gonna start like what he did before. Where is he? All right, guys, viewers' choice. No RPGs, go. Okay. I'm not gonna do it. No RPGs. and then like he would blacklist it, except for the ones he wants to play. That's basically what it is. And again, this viewer's choice had the rule no multiplayer games, and then he bent the rule for chess for some reason. So that's all that's gonna happen. He's gonna say like, "Oh, no boring games, no games I've already played, this and that." Then if someone said like, "Okay, Bayonetta," no, I already played Bayonetta, so that's disqualified. And then like someone will say, "Oh, Heavy Rain." Okay, Heavy Rain, let's put that on the list. Like that's what's gonna happen. Because DSP just doesn't want to play games you want him to play. And then if you find a way to get around that, he will be a bitch about it. Because DSP is a passive aggressive little baby.
That basically are
That's why he's wearing a
good
diaper.
on their own merits, and are great for playthroughs for yourself. For my kind of audience, right? Who's an audience that, number one, wants to engage with me, wants to talk with me a lot.
Oh my god.
Number two, wants to see
Why don't you talk
action.
to them?
That's what it is. My audience wants
Like,
engagement
okay,
and
whatever.
action. This game is the
Engagement. They wanna
complete
get
polar
engaged with
opposite. I
Phil.
can't
He's
engage with
married.
you because I'm trying to learn the mechanics of a complex game at an accelerated rate, and I can't.
Dude. He was learning how to play Onimusha. Why was he able to communicate then? He played other games before and was able to communicate as he was learning.
Give you
Okay.
action because there is none right now. So I'm not sure exactly what I could have done
Maybe
to make the game any
more
better.
fun.
All right, but I'm not saying anything negative about the game at all. Like, some people
Oh,
are so
man.
dumb, they're actually saying shit like, "Oh, you hated on Factorio and you said it's a terrible."
Dude. Listen to the little speech he gave. You're gonna tell me this is him not being like throwing a little tantrum?
Literally no one on stream on either side, YouTube or Kick, is paying any attention to this game at all. Should I just turn it off? I've been playing for 16 minutes. Literally no one has made a comment. No one has tagged me in chat. No one is paying attention. Fuck this.
Fuck
It's
this.
so stupid. Why did you guys
So
nominate games that
stupid.
you didn't care about?
Why did he nominate games? What did he say?
All right. But I'm not saying anything negative about the game at all. Like, some people are so dumb, they're actually saying shit like, "Oh, you hated on Factorio and you said it's a terrible game."
Dude, you said why well, you know what? Okay, you know what? I agree with Phil, guys. He did not shit on the game. He shat on his audience. Two different things, okay? He wasn't shitting on the game. He was literally sitting there saying, "Why did you vote for this?" So, yeah, he's right. He did not shit on the game. He shat on his audience. That's way different and way more positive, correct?
You nominated and voted the game. I'm just playing the tutorial. No one's talking about the game whatsoever. Literally, it's a
Yeah,
complete
this-
waste of time.
actually,
Everyone's paying no attention. at all.
DSP is right.
So why am I playing the game?
He isn't shitting on the game. He's shitting on his audience. That's way
Okay,
better.
enough of that. On to
Enough of
something
that.
else. Hopefully, that someone will pay attention to. All right.
Yeah, actually,
I
Chat-
swear, people nominated games for this marathon just to fucking make the marathon suck ass. But I think when we hit 50 goals, I'm just gonna pick the games myself, just like we did with Mega Man. You know, with Mega Man, it worked.
I kind of wonder if he's gonna do a gimmick where like the 50 is gonna be like Mega Man and Dark Souls or whatever the fuck, and then like 100 is the viewer's choice, because you'll get the most that way, right? Correct?
Because I picked games that were interesting. and I
Just
was
pay
drunk.
attention when he hits 50 again and see what he says what the 100 is gonna be. I have a feeling it's gonna be viewer's choice.
And I was trying to beat Mega Man drunk, and it was fun. So next time, I'm just
He
not gonna
wasn't
pick
drunk.
shitty games. I'm gonna pick stuff that I know people will watch.
Okay. He did say it's a shitty game, but I think he was saying generally, and with the context of like his audience. So I would say 99% of that rant was him shitting on his audience. So guys, wake up. He wasn't shitting on the game. He was shitting on his audience. Okay.
And then you rage quit it. Literally none of that happened. Only a complete asshole would say that because they want to make me look bad. What happened was literally no
he
one.
played the game. People like were not. He didn't really care, and then he blamed the audience. That's what happened.
On the stream was paying any attention to what was going on the stream, why would I broadcast that content?
What if
Right?
the people that wanted him to play it could not make the marathon, and then we're gonna watch it on demand? You see, I've said this before about him like archiving his streams and all this other stuff. Is that he bases his streams on like, well, I can't do this because they won't watch it or they may miss the stream. Okay, but isn't that why you archive your fucking gameplay? So that they can watch the gameplay in case they missed it? Okay.
I want you to think about this.
Think about this.
I'm a live streamer. My job is to broadcast content that entertains an audience and engages them so they find value in it, want to stick around, and want to support it. If in the 16 minutes I played the game, attendance dipped, no one was talking, and it was completely dead, why would I continue that? Now, that doesn't say anything negative about the game. Nor did I. I didn't say, this game fucking sucks, what a piece of shit, you guys are assholes. Never said that.
I mean, he didn't say they're assholes, but he did say, why did you vote for this? Why did you vote for a game you didn't care about?
Literally said, wow, this stream is dead, no one's engaging, let's just do something else, which is exactly what we did. All right? Mega Man, you know what Mega Man... I swear, people nominated games for this marathon just to fucking make the marathon suck ass.
Again, accuse them of nominating games to make the marathon suck.
So I think...
And again, this is a demo, by the way. He played the demo.
When we hit 50 goals, I'm just going to pick the games myself.
And then said he'll pick the games. Okay.
So, if you want to listen to a bunch of basically really mean-spirited people who all they want to do is try to seem like everything is negative, go ahead and listen to them.
Yeah,
or you could just watch the actual video, in which case you'll see exactly what happened. I just sat there playing the game and no one paid any attention. And I was like, let's move on, all right? So here's the deal, Cosmic Chalupa.
Okay.
I feel like Factorio is a game that would work for a certain audience who knows what to expect, okay? And that audience understands that there's going to be a lot of me learning the game and having to try to absorb it on a rapid pace.
He keeps
the
looking at
audience
the
that was there for the marathon was not that audience.
He's getting very distracted by it.
That audience for the marathon was a variety
Every time
audience.
he looks at the mic, he looks
a lot
at
of people
it.
wanted to see action. People wanted to see me play classic games. People were there for various different reasons, right? So,
dude,
I couldn't just keep
these
doing it.
RGBs
Now,
need to
would I
go.
ever go back to
They're not
Factorio?
even.
I don't know.
Man,
I don't know if that's the kind of
these
game
RGB lights.
that honestly
keeps
is
looking
going
at
to
the
bring in
fucking
attention
mic.
on my streams. Maybe there is a crowd for Factorio, like you, Cosmic Chalupa, who seems to really like the game. But I hate to say it, most people I think on my streams are not that audience. So we'd have to see, could we get people to come out and support Factorio if you're okay with that very slow-paced, have to think and learn these mechanics
So
kind
are
of
we
stream.
gonna play it? What? Why did he make it sound like he was gonna play the game?
So let's see what happens, but
Let's see what happens.
it definitely didn't fit the format
What?
of this marathon.
What does
that
he
we were
mean?
doing,
Let's see
right?
what
Like,
happens.
This is not gonna
You're not
bring in
playing the
attention. No
game.
one paying any attention to that kind of a game during a marathon.
Okay.
And by the way, that's also what I've said, is that when we're doing these marathons, you really shouldn't nominate a game that's like that. If there's a game that has a lengthy tutorial where you're going to have to sit there and learn all these complex mechanics, no one wants to see that during a marathon. At most, we're going to play these games for what, an hour, hour and a half, if they're good for the stream? So why would you want me to spend my time learning this in-deep tutorial, right? So, yeah, I mean, if this was like an indies marathon event, it would have worked. It wasn't.
How? What? How would that work? It would be the same problem. Because he does these marathons in the same amount of time. So, if he did Factorio in the Indies Marathon, it would be the same problem. What? What? And this is also weird. It's kind of implying that it wouldn't work because it's an indie game. So are we just gonna write off indie games because they're not viewers' choice? But it's viewers' choice. What? Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So anyway,
Don't think about it.
talking about in general these games, let's do some more shout-outs, then we're going to cover all the games that I played during the marathon. Little PP Energy did a $5 super chat.
Little
If I
PP
send some
energy.
gourmet head cheese from my home...
Okay, we're not listening to the head cheese joke. We're not doing that.
No, I don't know. I don't talk.
I don't,
Jade, what's going on? 40.
I don't care.
You know, we'll see
if,
what
if
you know.
it's an
I've
actual
got it loaded
cheese,
here
if
on
it's Magma,
on
I don't give
Steam,
a
and
fuck.
we're gonna boot it up and try to adjust it and see what it plays like. You know what I'm really curious about? Idea. You know, we'll see what. Remember, he says, I don't know if I'm gonna like Monster Hunter. I'll just talk with you in chat today. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm gonna.
Jay doesn't like Monster Hunter. That the game is cursed.
I don't like Monster Hunter today either. To be honest, I have no idea. You know, we'll see what.
But I kind of feel like Jade would have liked Monster Hunter. I'm kind of surprised he didn't, because you see cool monsters. Come on, Jade.
Here on Steam, and we're gonna boot it up and try to adjust it and see what it plays like. You know what I'm really curious about? How's it gonna run? Because remember, all the footage that they showed in all of the promotional materials, even the Capcom digital event where they showed it off, it ran at like 30 frames per second. And I hate to say it.
So
folks,
what?
I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Remember, he's not a graphics, or I mean aficionado.
All right.
Dude, it's like, it's a multiplayer game with giant fucking monsters. Like, what do you think is gonna happen in those conditions?
Very honest. Games in 2025 should not be frame limited to 30 frames per second. They shouldn't. If this game runs poorly on PC, it might be a deal breaker for me, because the whole idea is that you're playing it on the best format and the games all perform well.
Now PC is the best format. Remember when we said it wasn't, and the console is the best because
right? So I guess we'll see.
You know, cope.
Let's see how it goes. By the way, people in chat are now saying head cheese is a Scottish dish.
Okay, we're not listening to that.
Pig head part.
Okay.
We're talking about. Well, dab hands. There's some good. Child's beta that I'm about to play today is an outdated build.
Yeah, we're not listening to that either.
And already I'm seeing to do. Isn't that the point of the beta, right?
Right.
So they released the demo so people wouldn't try to date them. All right. Well, listen. Let's see what happens today. I'm gonna give it an honest shot. This stream will be interesting. I'm gonna give it an honest try. Number one, we're gonna see how does it perform on PC. That's number one, right? Number two, we're gonna see if I like the gameplay. Right? We're gonna test several different factors today. Try to figure this out, and see if this is something that I'm interested in playing. To be frank, I don't know if it will be, and to be honest, probably not. But I figured I missed the.
So he's already like considering that he's not gonna play the real game. I'm not gonna watch all of the begging segments he did in Monster Hunter in this video, but he talked as if he was willing to play it, but he said he wasn't. And all that.
Missed the first beta. People were a little upset that I did miss the first beta. So I'm going to try it now. And if
he was upset he missed the first beta, like, I don't think anyone cared, but he was like, oh, they did a week and that's my day off. And this and that. And then he's playing it now. Okay.
If it's good, it's good. And if not, it's okay. This is no risk, right?
Let's do this again.
But I figured I missed the first beta. People were a little upset that I did miss the first beta. So I'm going to try it now, and if it's good, it's good, and if not, it's okay. This is no risk, right? The only thing we could possibly have is
no risk. No risk.
Reward.
All we can have is reward.
There's no risk today on this stream.
No risk.
Okay, so
let's
give it an honest.
But this dude, throughout the begging segments, made it seem like he lost money or that Capcom was gonna like steal his PC if he didn't like perform.
As they say, give it the old college try. And see what it's about. And see if it's something that we want to partake in or not. All right. We have a few more shout outs to do. Then I want
again, see how positive that is versus what he actually did during the game. He was like, oh yeah, man, we're gonna give it a try. It's gonna be like kind of interesting. We're gonna see what it's like, man. And then he plays the game. Guys, like, I don't think I'm gonna be playing Monster Hunter. There's no support. Guys, let's hit the goal. Guys, come on.
Then I want to talk about the marathon. Then I want to talk about my day off today. Then I want to talk about this PSN outage. We have a lot to talk about today.
Oh, yeah, the day off?
Cool.
So. Okay. I don't think I watched this.
How many megabytes per second is your internet? I'm curious what.
All right, I don't care about his internet.
Tier package. They're gonna give you.
Yeah, they're gonna give you speeds. They're gonna give you
welcome
something.
To the stream for Sunday. We've got some tips. Let's get back on course. as soon as possible. Maybe $2 Canadian super features of the game. Cool. I don't even know what I'll use. Let's talk marathon. Here's what happened during the marathon. Number one, insane amounts of support, and thank you for that. Really, it really helps a lot.
I want to bring this up as well. So he said like, oh, we should get an 800 or blah blah blah, right? I remember when he did these marathons, he was simply just looking for the amount to make. Like he was looking to make enough for 2 streams, which would be $350. Like he said that's what he was looking for these marathons back in the day. Now, $800 please. I got 800 the last time and this and that. But he used to just ask to get 350 because that'd be enough for 2 streams. But now the greed has grown. Now he just wants 800 because you'll give it to him.
Helps a lot. Got me already a head start on the next goal. And by the way, now what we need to do, we need to start playing.
All right, I do not care about the goals.
I try to play Mega Man 4, 5, and 6, whether that's like late idea. What should the next, where I commit, he was playing the original, played it, but I never really gave it a chance, right?
Wait, what?
It was Sister Location. I think maybe we do a marathon where hey, you got to play with Lily
5
until you
minutes
get
at Feather.
like 15 wins. And that could take ages or it could be right away. And then we switch to that I need to complete. Like it would be, hey, you got to play with Lily until you get like 15.
No, see, but that character has gimmicks he needs. You should play like Cammy or a Shoto or not Shoto, no, because then he'll pick Ryu or Ken. Pick a character he's not familiar with, like Aki. He should play Aki.
15 wins, and that could take ages or it could be right away. And then we switch to another character, right? Then switch to this character, then switch to that character, stuff like that. Or you could challenge me to play a FromSoft game with some kind of a crazy challenge I've never done before. Play Dark Souls 2.
Why not play like another like FromSoft like game, right? What about
this wacky build, right? Or play Dark Souls 3, but it's a one death run. If you die, that's it. You got to start over, right? So there's all these ideas that we've had, right?
He's not doing these
interesting sound ideas.
Die once and restart. He's either gonna bend the rules and make it so that it's not like because if he's halfway through the game and then he dies and has to start over, I mean, come on, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna bend the rule. Well, okay, guys. Okay, if I die this stream, I go back to my last save. I won't save. He's gonna do something like that. He's gonna do some cheesy shit like that. I mean, that challenge sounds a little too fun for Phil to do. Like, he's not gonna do that. And if he did do that, he's gonna find a cheap build. So it's not really as challenging as it would be.
But honestly, what do we really want to do? I don't know. I think we need to talk about it. We need to hash this out.
Like, this guy's the king of cheese. He'll just find any cheese any way he can.
So let's start talking. I think it's a good, generous $50 college.
Okay, I do not give a fuck about Iron Cuck Sakai.
In fact, that's the late stream tonight.
Okay, let's review this list, right? Dragon Warriors, oh my god. Dynasty Warriors Origins. He couldn't play the demo, didn't want to play that game because he's scared. Virtual Fighter 5, didn't even talk about it, didn't play it. Saber Lane said nobody cared. Okay, whatever. Let's just skip ahead. So, Lost Records, I don't even know what the fuck that game is. Whatever, okay. Fatal Fury Open Beta, I mean, I guess he could play that. But let's see. Split Fiction, I don't see him playing that. I think he just put that there just to pretend as if he would. Because he when he brought that up, because I think Split Fiction is like that multiplayer game fight. The people who do like A Way Out and all that. And I have a feeling, because when he brought that game up, I'm pretty sure he said, Split Fiction, I guess I can play with Cat. He said that very offhandedly, like very uncommitted. So I don't think he's playing that game. I think that game is gonna just be erased. Let's see. Suikoden? I could see him play that. I don't know if he'll play at launch, but he'll definitely play those games because he loves his boomer games. He gotta play his boomer games. Assassin's Creed Shadows, that's a AAA slop. Of course he has to play that, and then he's gonna have We're gonna have daily rants. Like, Yasuke isn't this, Yasuke is that. Guys, shut up, it's a video game, Japanese! And he's gonna be like yelling every day about that, and it's gonna be a headache, and everyone's gonna want to drink bleach after it. It's gonna be a mass bleach drink-a-thon, so be careful of that. Then there's Adamfall. I think he's gonna forget that game or just not care. Let's see. Next is South of Midnight. He has to play that because it's South of Midnight, dude. Clear Obscure? No way. That's a JRPG. Fuck that game. Doom the Dark Ages? You think he wouldn't play it because he said he hates it or whatever the fuck, but here's the problem. It's on Game Pass, so it hits the no risk requirement, and it's a Bethesda game. That's AAA. He has to play it. Like, if Doom the Dark Ages was like some indie game, he would skip it. I mean, there's no way he would skip Doom the Dark Ages. I'm not even surprised he's playing it. I don't see how anyone would be surprised. It's a AAA game. He's playing it. Capcom Fighting Collection 2, of course. Boomer Game Collection. Metal Gear Solid Delta, AAA game. Of course, he has to play it. Ninja Gaiden 4, AAA has to play it. So that's what he's gonna be doing coming up.
We've got, but now everyone seems to be of the impression because it's gonna end.
Okay, I don't care about Civ 5.
You can't. He's sending out the codes. There will be no end record. But the
we're just gonna
RPG.
keep on trucking.
I think this week I gotta focus on what I'm gonna focus on. So let's talk about the games that I played during the marathon. Obviously, Factorio didn't really work. So you think it's a game that makes you feel like, you really have to put intelligent thought into it. It's not one of these games where you can really coast. I've never played speed chess ever.
Okay.
Bad move.
I don't care about chess. He just said it's boring, and they said he'll play it.
I had a good time playing it. The audience, not so much. You got to think moves.
Like, it's so weird. He tells us that the audience thought chess was boring, and this and that, but then threatens he might play it anyway. So Factorio is a boring game that drove people away. Fuck that game. We're not touching it. Chess, chat was also bored. We may play it. Okay, sound good.
Moves ahead, and it was very difficult. This is a lot. Something that I feel like if we decided, as I get better at juggling, all right, work, meaningful in chess, all right, it's up to you. Let's see what people have to say about that. Okay. Second game I played was Lollipop Chainsaw, and man, if you ever want a textbook case of a game
of a video game
not age well, a game that aged like milk, they say, correct?
As milk, they say, correct? Man, when you say that, man. Aged as milk, as they say, correct? Oh boy. It did age. I think the combat's still kind of clunky here and there, but it's also like a Suda 51 game. I mean, that's kind of to be expected. You play No More Heroes, there is still some jank to it, but I had fun with it. I like the move I got. I got this one move where you jump and you just mash triangle, and she just like pokes her chainsaw. It's still a fun game. I think the re-release isn't like awful, but I wouldn't say it's like good. It's not. Would I recommend it on sale? I would recommend it on sale. Not. I think even if it was good, I think $45 is a little bit too much. But it's not like an offensive price either. So it's like it's not enough where it's like, oh, you're wasting money. But it's like I feel like they could have like sold it for $35. But that's like a whole $10. That's like whatever. It's not bad. Like, I don't regret buying it, but I do kind of wish it was it was I wish it was a little bit better, but whatever. It's fine. It's a solid game. As it aged, I think it's fine. I mean, this game might be a hot take for some, but I think that this game could have been made today. Like, there's nothing like misogynistic about it, nothing sexual, because the character is a well-written character. Like, that's kind of like what people are complaining about when it comes to shallow characters in media like this. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in Lollipop Chainsaw that makes it work. Again, Suda51's the GOAT, okay? Come on.
Lollipop Chainsaw is it, okay? This was a game that when it released back in
David
like
Dunn also worked on it, too.
2012, this game was everything that I was into. Why? Because I had an immature young audience.
This is really, really dumb. He was like in his 20s. And he was into stuff that children were into by his like logic, like teenagers. Like, doesn't that make him look like a predator just by definition? That you're just in the know of what teenagers are into, and that's what you're into. Like, I don't know, but I kind of do. But this is very reductionist towards the game. Like, a lot of people like Lollipop Chainsaw and they played it because of the people who worked on it. People who like James Gunn, they probably picked it up for that. People like Suda51 games, they picked it up for that. Like, or just the genre. Like, it's not like, oh, dude, cheerleader, oh yeah, she's hot. Like, no one really was talking about that when the game even came out. Like, again, there was not, if at all, any fucking like controversy surrounding the game because the game was just that good. Come here.
Who wanted over-the-top sexual content and gore. So a game starring a scantily clad, you know, teenage cheerleader murdering zombies.
I kind of hate the definition. Like, I know what he's saying at, because it's like, oh yeah, of course you would have to wear a cheerleading outfit, right? But that is a standard like thing. I mean, you could actually make more arguments about it, I guess. Like, you could say like, well, you see, cheerleading is this and that, but like, I mean, that's not the discussion people even had when the game even came out, by the way. Like that's a whole other discussion that's irrelevant to the game, or even people who play the game would even talk about or even mention. But I don't think it's scantily clad. I don't think it's appropriate to bring that up in this game's context. Scantily clad, in my opinion, are the games that are like, all right, you got a woman character. Oh, she's in a thong. Oh, that's like plus 99 armor. Like, okay, that's a better argument to say, oh, this person's scantily clad, and you know, oh, this is to get people like fucking hot and bothered or whatever. Like, that's a better argument to make than Lollipop Chainsaw, where a character that goes to high school is wearing a high school cheerleading outfit. Like, I mean, come on. Like, do you watch like a show that has a cheerleader? Like, oh, they have these cheerleaders to get people riled up, or it's like, or you just don't care, right?
Zombies with a chainsaw to a very weird soundtrack.
Weird soundtrack. This part pissed me off the most. Like, the gore and the chainsaw aspect of it. Like, dude, it's a horror game that deals with zombies. Like, what is the one thing every time a zombie is brought up, the go-to weapons you just think of? Baseball bat, the paddle from Shaun of the Dead, chainsaw. Like, you're thinking chainsaw. I mean, they had an Evil Dead costume. He put on the Evil Dead costume when he played it initially. And they got a chainsaw? They did it for the gore, dude. It's a zombie game. And she's a zombie hunter. Like, it all works. It all makes sense. And then weird music. Dude, weird music? Weird music. Weird music. This is weird! Oh god. No! No! Come on! Head up in the sky. Weird music. Weird music. Get out of here. This is my favorite song in the game, by the way. Way of the Fist, banger. Love that song. Such a good song. I love that song. Weird music. Get out of here.
Was kind of the perfect combination for a playthrough for me. Okay?
And then like there's another song like love what was it, like Love My Intense. Oh my god. Yeah, Love for My Insane Lover. That's another good song. I think that's still in the repop mode though. I think that's still or in the re-release. Yeah. See, oh dude, like Akira Yamaoka did the music? Hell yeah. The GOAT. The GOAT. That's why he's the GOAT.
But today,
weird music.
It's the complete and polar opposite of the kind of content that I enjoy really making. The game has little to no substance at all. The writing,
little to no substance. I mean, no, there's still substance because you have to like link combos with like the pom-pom attacks and high-low chainsaw attacks. But okay,
is incredibly cringe. The gameplay,
the writing is cringe. Okay,
is insanely repetitive. And even though this game was sold as a redone version, it pretty much is exactly the same, except the graphics are better, which is bizarre. To see this game have like
it's I don't know because the way they described it was very weird. I think when it was like initially pitched, they said it was gonna be a remake, but then as it went on, they then downgraded to like, oh, this is gonna be more like a remaster. Like I think the development of this remaster had a lot of like problems and a lot of hurdles to go through. It was very weird, a very weird development cycle for this re-release. But whatever.
Modern lighting and modern reflection effects, but
this is low-key bullshit. He would have complained if this game did not update the visuals. So they're selling this for $45 and excuse me, okay? Okay. They're selling this for $45 and they're not advancing the visuals? Huh?
Then to be this game that the gameplay is very primitive and the character models are bad, it's just like, oh,
it was primitive?
Modern lighting and modern reflection effects, but then to be this game that the gameplay is very primitive and the character models are bad.
How are the character models bad? Does he played Revolution 60 and he's saying Lollipop Chainsaw's character models are bad? Dude, he played Onimusha. Look at Onimusha. This is a PS1 or 2. I'm gonna assume I want to say PS1, but look at these models. Why did he say these are bad?
Nice.
Oh, these
Suck
are.
it, bitch. I'll stab him in
Look
his
at the character
non-existent genitals.
models.
It's time for you to go back to the underworld.
Oh, do the voice acting. Dude, this was the voice acting in Lollipop Chainsaw. He
The absorption, yeah. Hefty demon absorption, very nice.
But whatever. Okay, the character models are bad.
It's just like, oh, it's just a weird like abomination of a game. It's like a Frankenstein's monster.
Like it's
you
way
just
too
left
hard
it
to hate
dead,
this game.
but someone came with shock paddles and shocked it alive again. And
oh my god.
Oh, it's just a weird like abomination of a game. It's like a Frankenstein's monster. Like you should have just left it dead, but someone.
Yeah, fuck you, Lollipop Chainsaw fans that want to go back to this game. It should have stayed dead. I mean, I would have agreed if you could play the original, but no, you can't. So this is the best you get.
Came with shock paddles and shocked it alive again, and it came up and it was all decayed, like, and now you're like, oh, what do we do here? You know,
dude, it's not even that bad.
I played it for an hour.
Like,
and here's the thing,
dude,
when
I've been critical of it, and I think this is like way more harsh than what the game deserves. Like, I mean, even people who dropped it because of how it played and all this other stuff, they probably have a better opinion of it than what DSP had. Like, Dude, the lead boss fight, lead Zed boss fight, the first major boss fight. Like the stage lights did not look good at all in the fucking re-release and all this stuff. But you can kind of stomach that if you like the game. Like there is stuff that's factually like a downgrade in this re-release, but it's like at the end of the day, it's at least playable. At the like when all is said and done, it is a playable edition of the game. It's not as good as the original, but if this is the only way you can experience it, then that's fine. It's the same thing with Persona 3 Reload. Like it's close to being definitive in my opinion, but I would still recommend FES in a heartbeat. But since Reload is the only good way to experience Persona 3 in a modern way, I'd recommend it over Portable. The only thing Portable offers is the fucking female main character, and that's it. That's the only thing. But I would not recommend that game, like, at all. That game is not good. It's done, the story is told in a visual novel way, terrible. I can go on and on about it. But that's where Lollipop Chainsaw is. It's like, yeah, it's not as good as the original, I'd still recommend that, but if you don't have a PS3 or a 360, this is the best you're gonna get, and that's fine.
First started playing it, I'm like, all right, I'm getting into it, trying to learn the combos again or whatever. And then I remembered, oh yeah, this game, basically it starts off really bad, but as you play more, you unlock combos and abilities.
Dude, he liked it the moment he played it back in the day.
That make the game more fun. The problem is you have to play for hours.
This was stuff that his chat told him, by the way. And I didn't have to play hours. I played the same amount of time he did. And I got, like, good combos. But he didn't care. Like, I'm pretty sure he wanted to skip the tutorial. Can I find it?
It doesn't feel like a 2012 game. It feels like a 2009 game.
That's like 2 years.
I do that. I do like a finisher or something.
No, 3 years.
Even the
Okay, never mind. Let's see. Can I like pick it out? Oh, here we go.
Whatever, dude.
And then he just disappears. Oh my.
Why does that matter? Like, like, come on, it's a fucking video game. Oh, they need to animate the body falling down.
God.
If I use
He
this
just phases out of existence.
Okay.
I'm done.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah, exactly, Nick.
I
Whatever,
think those
dude.
calls are like tutorials or something, so I'll just ignore them.
Ignore them. Let's ignore the tutorials. Okay.
Till the game becomes fun. If I remember, by the end of the game, it actually is fun because you've unlocked enough abilities that you're doing crazy combos and stuff. But it's such a grind to get there that the early stages of the game are quite boring.
Okay.
And
They're quite boring.
I played for about an hour, and we got to this point where we're in a gymnasium, and there's a bomb. And
No,
there's
you're
zombies
in
with,
the
like,
cafeteria,
like
my guy.
fire attached to their bodies, trying to go blow up this bomb. And it's like, stop the zombies from touching the fire. Like, stop 24 of them. Wait, what?
What?
It's like, here comes the first zombie. Okay, you gotta go kill that zombie. It takes like 20, 30
Dude, if he played video games, he would know, like, they throw you, like, individual, so, like, you can, like, get the hang of it, then they're gonna throw 3 at once. And it's like, I mean, I think it could have been a little bit harder. I agree with that, but, I mean, I don't think you would want that, honestly.
seconds to kill this. Here comes the second zombie. Okay, I'm gonna go kill the second zombie now. Okay, I'm killing this. Here comes the third zombie. Oh, a third zombie. Okay. And there's no variation. They're all the same.
Dude,
it's just boring as dirt. I
there's
was like, dude, I
zombies.
can't play this anymore.
Whatever,
I just can't,
okay.
That's a perfect example. When I started on YouTube 16 plus years ago,
on YouTube.
that was the kind of game that people like to see Darkside Phil play. Because I was always making sexual comments, because zombies were all the rage at the time. Remember, The Walking
my
Dead
God.
and everything were humongous.
Dude, this is, like, awful. Like, ignoring the game. Let's ignore the game. Listen to this dude. it's really just CEO, like, what do the kids like? Oh, yes, let's put Dogman in the fucking show. Let's do this. Let's do that. Oh man, this is the trend. And this dude literally bitches about, like, he had a whole rant bitching about Warner Brothers, like, chasing trends. And what is this? Him chasing trends. And he said that these corporate people who go after trends, they're fucking idiots, man, right? And this dude's like, yeah, back then, zombies were all the rage, so I had to play a game with zombies in it. So, like, then you didn't really care about the game, right? Like, and this is a thing he does to this day, where it's just him chasing trends. Onimusha is the most recent example. He wants to play the first one again because he knows the second one's getting remastered. That's coming out pretty soon. Then the new one's coming out next year. So he's chasing the Onimusha trend. This dude is so lame. And he's like, dude, I love video game. Come on.
Humongous at this time period in gaming. So everyone was all about it. And it ended up being a perfect playthrough. I finished the game in one sitting. It's only like a 6 to 7 hour game. So I ended up finishing it in one sitting. I pumped out the playthrough in a day, returned it right to GameStop for a giant refund, and ended up buying more games.
Giant refund. Oh, man.
Today, it's just not a game that fits anything anyone, I think, would want, including me. It's boring. It's cringe. It's not funny. You know what I mean? Like, it's not
dude,
even for the time. The zombie.
It still kind of kills me when she was like, "Oh, this person was my birthday. He must be friends with me on Facebook." Like that. It's not like I'm on the floor laughing joke, but I do kind of like that kind of like humor because it's of the time. But it's like, you know, it's kind of cool. But and you know, that's the guy of shit DSP loves and other stuff. Dude, remember this? Remember?
Gameplay is so outdated. No one cares about that shit anymore.
Yeah, no one does
so
hack
it's
and
just
slashes
like
these
a
days.
13-year-old relic of the past. I get it. Like, if I were,
oh my god,
to ever,
this dude has rants about people having to respect the ages, respect the classics. Go play Super Mario Brothers. Play these old games. So because it's an old game, we should all respect it and suck its dick. This game, dude, it's old. Burn it.
ever experience that game again, I probably would just want to watch my old playthrough, like do a retro react stream where I watch and react to my original playthrough of it.
And all it's gonna be is him, yeah, that's it. I did it because it was cringe. It was popular at the time. I did it because I knew my audience loved me talking. You know, let's do a DST segment. Let's fucking do it. DSP. I don't know what channel you played this game on, but it'll come up. Alright, DSP Gaming. Ah, yes. We're not gonna watch the first part because these are like 10-minute videos, so we're just gonna jump ahead. Let's do this.
Ah, they fucking attacked me.
Oh, wow. Look at this, kid. This is what was popular. Oh, look at me jump. Oh, yeah. Oh, she likes lollipops. Okay, wow, look at the gameplay. So trite. Oh, wow. Oh, dude, we only need a 14 back then. I wonder what difficulty says. Whatever. Oh, wow. Look at this. They're gonna have the Ash skin because I knew my fans loved Evil Dead, so I was like, look, it's Ash.
Yeah. Don't see any other items or anything in here. Nah, there's not.
Oh, look how bad this is.
Damn, triple kill.
Oh, look at that. Look at the blood.
Oh, dumbest, most explodious birthday gift ever.
Oh, shit.
So this is what I did the remaster. Look. One zombie. Okay. Oh, another zombie.
That was my birthday.
Wow. Okay.
Of course.
Okay, a dollar zombie. Wow.
You guys touching and exploding would so put a damper on my birthday.
Oh, this is so cringe. Oh my god. Oh no, that didn't happen in the re-release. Wow. Look how boring this is.
No.
Oh.
Oh man, this major league sucks.
Look how boring this is. See how slow it is? Oh, man. And look how bad the quality is. I just want to go to something
Big death
else.
party. Come on, man. Fuck, I'm trying to get over there. Oh, come on, that's bullshit. I killed 700 of them, one of them sneaks by, instant death.
Okay.
Of it and to cringe at my old comments and stuff. But
Yeah.
man, I do not want to play that game again. You know, so I played an hour of it. I was like, all right, I think we all got our
Our jollies.
taste of it. Time to move on, and then we did. Okay, so and then we had played Factorio. By far, the hidden gem of the marathon.
Let me guess. The AAA Capcom game Onimusha.
Warlord.
Yep. Well, I'm not listening to this part, so we're gonna move on positively.
Piece of garbage. Like really, the motherboard I think is just a piece of trash.
They talked about the motherboard. They
Anyway,
even talked about the day off.
Monster Hunter Wilds beta. All right, I'm excited to see if it's any. The late stream tonight. Then literally completely spoils everything about the character. It shows exactly how to beat her in every situation, and I can
Oh.
get like 10,000 views on my video. Yes.
What?
Character. That's what happens with this game. Is the meta
Oh.
literally gets spread
Bitching
within a
about
day
people learning
because these
learning
idiots
how
on
to
the
fight
internet
Mai.
think it's oh, I can get some views on this. Let me just make the perfect video that completely spoils everything about the character and shows exactly how to beat her in every
Dude, he watched people play Blanca.
situation.
Get out
And
of
I can
here.
get like 10,000 views on
Who
my video.
cares? Like,
Get
play
views
the
on our
game.
streams and get clickbait views in arcades and discovering things over the course of weeks to months because I thought that
Dude, he wants to stream the Elden Ring beta. The closed beta that not everyone got in. He wants to stream that. And he's shitting on people who talked about the character online. Okay,
that it was
man.
fun rather than 2 days. Tomorrow,
cool.
Monday, how hard the Manus boss this area and the Gwyn will be or not. Want the wrestling, you're going to have a good time this week because that's mostly what it's going to. All right? Or maybe I want to start a major stream on Wednesday and see. I'm trying to stay in the rotation and night stream. On Thursday night, at Cambian is host. All right?
Okay, he's gonna be
All
on
right? I already
the
told
fir-
you of gaming streams and Let's Plays. Obviously, you were a pioneer of that genre.
Oh,
Here's one of a new series he's starting. And the name of the series is The Most Controversial People on the Internet. All right?
Oh,
I already
man, I thought you didn't want to do this kind of stuff, right?
told you what the show
Remember
will
that?
be, but
No, wait. This dude was like, I want to go on science shows, and it was gonna be me talking about video games. I was talking about video games. Then he got mad that he wanted to interrogate him about WWE champions or whatever the fuck, and now he's doing a dude show that said like controversial people or whatever the fuck. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna talk about drama again. Very cool.
but just to reiterate, here's what his idea for the show would be. Okay? He says, I think you have a good story of being
By the way, I've theory. I think he wants to read the email to explain this so that if they do betray him, he's gonna go back. See, so get on this, guys, okay? He emails me. I read the email saying, this is what the show is. I go on his show, and he backstabbed me, man. He's doing this just so that he's pressuring the dude to not snake him. That's what this is, by the way.
being an early adopter of gaming streams and Let's Plays. Obviously, you were a pioneer of that genre, and we want to talk about your
Because
early
everyone has been saying that this dude is gonna like troll him, and that's why he was like teasing him about being on a show and all this stuff, giving him a hard time. And since PPP is like probably got him to go on it, he's doing this to kind of like make sure this dude does what DSP wants him to do.
Early history and the explosion of gaming channels, Twitch, girls who stream their gameplay bikini clad, WWE mobile controversy, your super crazy trolls, the links that they go to. I also want to talk about what it takes to survive as a content creator, and because I'm sure you have some excellent insights having survived the game for so long.
Streamers?
I
Leave
promise
them
you
alone.
a fun and cathartic interview.
Like
a journey through
I
your
love that like hot tub streamers and this that it's such a contentious point for DSP when all these people do is stay in their lane. They're not doing anything to DSP, and DSP shits on them every day.
history with some highs and yes lows, but you know, I want to basically have a highlight on your survivor attitude despite all of your detractors.
Survivor attitude. My God, man. Survivor attitude.
Sounds like a great show to me. That sounds like it's going to be entertaining.
Yeah,
it's going to be informative.
So he's saying this, so if it isn't, he's gonna be a bitch about it. That's what this is. He's not doing this because like, oh yeah, see, this guy's pretty cool. He's doing this just so that like it makes it harder for the guy to like snake him.
Informative. It's going to expose me to a whole new audience. His audience, apparently, he talked to his audience about it a day or two
like
ago.
At that point, they should do that. Like, fuck this. If he reads that email, say, "Oh, this is what they agreed," and then he did something else. Fuck it. What's he gonna do? What's DSP gonna do, right? Because if he like hangs up the call, I mean, he could do that, and then people like troll him for that. He stays on the line, deals with it. Is he gonna sue the guy? Fuck no. So I think if the plan was to like bait him on, then like do something else instead of what that email said, they should do that then.
And they seem thrilled. They seem like this is a great idea. They want to see new content from him, and this is a new kind of content from him.
And it's probably gonna be what that email said, regardless. To be fair, but I mean that he didn't read the email that Craig gave him about the fucking side scrollers interview when he first accepted it. He never like showed us the correspondence between the two. He reads this one, so it's very clear to me that he still doesn't quite trust him, and he's putting this out there so like the other guy is pressured to stay in line of what the email said or whatever.
He usually doesn't do this kind of content, so this is going to be exciting, I feel. So this is going to be Thursday night. Instead of my normal stream, I'm going to be appearing on his channel, which is, let me see if I can find it here, let you guys know where it is. It is youtube.com/@truthseekers. Wait, where did it go? @truthseeker show.
Okay.
@truthseeker show. Okay? That's what you want. @truthseeker show. That's where you can find it.
Oh,
So
man.
this should be interesting. All right? I'm going to have a good time. Now, I've already notified him about the unhinged weirdos that are going to show up to this show, so he's well aware that
Alright,
my
this
trolls
is
are going to show
quite-
up and
this
bombard
is
the chat and
a
everything. I told him
guy-
I'm not going to let them derail our conversation or whatever. I'm not going to pay attention to it. Like, basically, I'm just going to
I'm gonna
act like we're
rage
offline
quit.
having a conversation. I'm not going to have the chat open or nothing. I just want to be on the show and, you know, but I already warned him. Expect unhinged behavior. Expect racism, sexism, doxing. They're going to do every nasty thing they can possibly do
sexism,
to derail the show.
doxism.
They're also going to be, you know, bringing up a zillion toxic things about me, of which Steven's already going to be well educated on because he's already educated himself on me for this appearance. All right. So
Where did he learn his
there you
education,
go.
Phil?
We'll see how the show goes and go from there. But I'm excited to do something. I haven't done
Whatever.
something like this in a while, right? And I'm excited to
Right.
do it. He's Steven's been multiple times on Kino Casino as a guest, and he's a great guest. I was on the election night show with him, along with many other guests, and it was a good time. So I feel like this is going to be a good time. I do. I feel like this will work well, and it'll be a good show. So let's see
But
how
he's
it
gonna
goes
put on a
Thursday
facade,
night. If you want to
DSP
see me,
is.
that's where I'll
He's
be.
gonna be like,
Now,
"Oh, yeah, hey man,
he
yeah,
said
yeah.
that the interview will roughly be
oh
90
yes,
minutes.
I'm a crucial
But,
streamer.
you know, we'll see what happens. If
yes.
it really is only 90 minutes, then what I might do is start up a quick stream over here on DSP Gaming after the fact,
Oh,
just to say, hey, here's how I feel it went.
Oh man.
And, you know, let's decompress for a little bit. Much like when I've done other appearances and things, you can do like a little bit of a decompression situation.
Decompression. Why does he
But it depends.
decompress
Like,
with his
if I'm
audience? Why
on there
can't he
over 2
decompress
hours
with
or
his
whatever,
fucking wife?
Okay,
then we're
Ken,
not
this is
gonna
like the other
be doing
stupid
that.
show.
You know, it
And
depends
it
on
was
time,
fun.
obviously, okay?
We
So let's
said
see how it
that.
goes. That'll be Thursday
And
night.
he
And
did
essentially
say he called
Friday,
you
I don't even know
fat
what we're doing
cat,
yet
and
because,
I
you know, let's get
laughed
further
because I
in the
thought
week
it
and
was
see how
really
stuff goes
funny,
and go from
cat.
there.
Don't worry,
Okay?
they'll be
Cool.
they're just razzing you,
All
fat
right.
cat.
I'm going to try to get my
Okay,
wireless
got you,
adapter
fat
working again.
cat.
I don't think it's going to, but I'm just going to fiddle with it one more time.
And then she's like, I gotta go to bed, Phil. I have work at 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning? I thought it was 10 in the morning.
No, they call me early. They call me early, Phil.
Of time. Like maybe later today, randomly, I'll test it. It'll work. But right now, just
Okay, where's the day off? Okay, this is gonna pout.
pretty
Gonna crack?
cumulatively covered many different things. There is one more topic that I'd like to cover today.
Oh, guess not.
Before we kind of get to a little bit of open Q&A. All right. Oh, by the way, beware of Bob did a $2 Canadian super
Okay.
first one. So after
Beware of Bob.
dollar
Can
American. But
Beware
there you go.
of
Okay.
something else.
So, by the way,
Fake
let's get some support going,
professionalism
everyone.
is the name
shall we?
of the game.
Let's get it going,
Here at
please.
DSP Gaming.
Let's get some subs back on Kick. Badges to others. Inspiring to gift them to
Okay.
Michael. Good evening. How are you? Thing that I
Okay.
want to talk about.
Okay.
Persisted throughout that marathon and even into my day off yesterday. And I felt that it would be an interesting topic to talk about. By the way, Iron Chef Sakai.
Oh my god, dude! Fucking shut up.
So, for
Let's
the
get to
first
the
time
gaming-
in a
the
very
gamer
long
news.
time,
First time in a very
out of
long
nowhere, back on Friday, February 7th, PlayStation Network went down. And unlike other times that it's
Wow.
gone down in recent memory, it didn't go down for an hour or two and then come back up. This was an extended outage. This lasted over 24 hours. And for the first time in many years,
Whoa.
people started to realize just how big of a deal it is when one of the
Dude. I hate how DSP talks about this. Like, this dude is like in The Simpsons, right? Where they retcon Homer's age because it's gone so long that the audience is not gonna like resonate with like Homer being born in the 60s anymore or whatever the fuck, or the 50s or whatever. Like they had to update Homer's age and when he was a kid thousands of times because literally, you know, when you have a show going on as long as The Simpsons, you're gonna need to do that. And that's DSP. This dude is talking as if he wasn't around in 2013 when PlayStation Network was hacked. And this dude is talking as if like nobody knew that happened. Whoa.
one of these game networks go down and how much it actually affects your access to content.
People knew the effect of online connection like for years and talked about this. I guess what DSP had said,
This is the future. This is the future. Everything's online. What's wrong with that? Yeah, you don't have an internet connection at home?
like all this shit. He's part of the problem. He's part of the people who normalize digital distribution. Like, it should be an option. Sure, why not? But at the same time, it's like when you have people like DSP and Ubisoft guys saying, get used to not having physical releases and all this other nonsense. Like, you know that's bullshit. And it's really like ridiculous that DSP is like the only gamer on the planet that like defends that. He will stand on his little gamer high chair and say that it's okay that our data, our game data is not on the disc, and you can't play the disc without an internet connection.
Okay.
Okay.
This outage lasted over 24 hours, and then it started to slowly come back for people over the course of the last 24 hours. But some people right now actually are still reporting that it is down for them, while others are saying that it went up like fast. So it seems like it's a spotty issue, and it was worse for some and better for others, which is kind of weird. If it's a network outage, why would it affected different people differently in different regions.
Because of
I guess it
different
had something to do
servers,
with
I
certain
guess.
servers or whatever. Okay.
I mean, like,
So,
okay.
here's the deal with this.
He might
right?
join the
in
idea
regards
that
to
they could have been
PlayStation Network
hacked.
going down and causing this widespread havoc. I recall many, many years ago, back in the PlayStation 3 era, you may recall it was 2011. And due to some hacker
Yeah, it was
group,
the
what was the name of
PS3
the squad?
era,
Was it
yeah,
like
that's right.
like Lizard Squad or something like
Lizard
that?
Squad?
They hacked PlayStation Network apparently, and due to this security breach, Sony went into panic mode because they were afraid that all the
What?
customer data was going to end up being
They went into panic mode, dude. They took the servers down. The hackers, they took it down. Sony didn't like, oh shit, we got hacked. Turn everything off right now. Unplug everything. No, the servers was already down. They had to like fix it.
being compromised. So they purposefully took down PlayStation Network
At least
for
that's how I
like
remember it.
a month. No one could play games on PlayStation Network for like 30 days as they redesigned their security system in order to prevent this kind of access from happening in the future. Since
Okay.
2011,
All right.
we have not seen anything like this happen to any major gaming network. Not
Well-
the Xbox Live system, not PlayStation Network,
there
not
was
the
still
Steam
some.
Network. There's been some outages here or there, but
Okay.
never anything so extensively bad that it's gone down for like more than a day. Uses a blip here, a blip there, down a few hours, big deal, comes back. So
Okay.
this was big news that PlayStation Network was down on Friday. Now you maybe say, well, I don't really get it. Like, why is this such a big deal? Well, there's a couple of
Look how much it's taking for him to just say that Sony was probably hacked again, and they didn't say anything. Yeah, these companies are not doing that anymore. It's very, very, very weird, right? Like that happened to Good Smile. Good Smile was hacked summer of last year. Nobody knew until like December that they were compromised. People were just like, "Oh yeah, stuff was dated," which made sense because I started noticing like faulty charges. So I was like, okay, obviously there's something wrong here, and I had to like, you got to respond to that kind of stuff, correct? But that was why. And Good Smile still to this day has not said anything. Like that to me, like this is like adjacent to this. That's what gets about Good Smile the most is that they did like at the least Sony did say sorry for the outage or whatever. They at least acknowledged their service was down. They at least acknowledged that. They could have said like if they were hacked or not, whatever. But Good Smile, on the other hand, they didn't say shit at all and pretended as if it was like nothing wrong. So I recommend if you're like see something you want to buy from Good Smile, go to oh my god, it's a weird name. It's like AI Miami or whatever. Hope you know what I'm talking about. They sell like basically the same figures. If you want to get any figure that Good Smile has, go there. As far as I know, that place has been good. But Good Smile got hacked like last year. They have not addressed it at all. They did switch payment processors. Though, so now they're using Stripe, I believe. But regardless, it's like they haven't said anything. They didn't acknowledge it, and everyone's left in the dark.
couple of reasons. Number one, obviously, when PlayStation Network is down, it means no one can play any PlayStation games online at all. Doesn't matter what console you're on, PS3, PS4, PS4 Pro, PS5, PS5
Do
Pro.
we need
When
to
there's no
say
network,
Pro?
you're not playing anything online at all.
Just say
It's just not
PlayStation.
possible. Okay?
How dumb do you think we are?
And
You said
that sucks,
PS4. Maybe
obviously, right?
PS4 Pro is fine.
But
yeah,
people
okay.
started to realize that in the modern era of 2025 gaming, it's not necessarily just about online play anymore, okay? So first off, if you have
man.
what's called...
Again, why are we explaining this when you literally have talked about this fucking online licensed online bullshit before? Dude, come on. Oh yeah, this is like him getting ready to pigmatize you. This is like him getting ready. This is the beginning of it.
console sharing enabled, meaning you have multiple accounts on your console and they can access your game library or vice versa. Or if you don't have your console enabled as what's called the primary console for your account,
What?
when PSN is down, you can't play any games.
Actually,
Guess what? Wrong.
I was able to play Metaphor during the outage. The thing that it's addressing is that, like, if there's single player games that require a constant online connection, you can't play it. Whatever. Like, if you game share a game, you can't play it because you need PlayStation Network to verify, etc., etc. But if you own a game, like, I have a primary PlayStation, guys, PlayStation 5, okay, just so you know. When I played Metaphor, I didn't need to worry. I think the only thing I wouldn't be able to use was like a network save file, which I don't have. So it didn't matter to me. The only game that was like affected was Guilty Gear, obviously.
Yeah. So unless it is your console and the primary console and everything's linked that way, you no longer have access to any games at all. So there were some people who were like, I booted up my PS5 and because Xbox Live was down, I couldn't access any games on my console at all. They were
Wait, what?
no longer have access to any games at all. So there were some people who were like, I booted up my PS5 and because Xbox Live was
This dude. I love how his brain is so deteriorated, he literally says wrong things. I booted up my PS5 and I couldn't play my games because Xbox Live was down.
I couldn't access any games on my console at all. They were all just like, nope, sorry, come back later.
Yeah, because you're on the PlayStation. Maybe try booting up your Xbox.
Okay. Now, there's some other situations as well. That
You know what? It goes full circle. This dude over-explains everything because he thinks we're fucking stupid and we drink bleach for breakfast. As this dude said that he couldn't play his Xbox games on his PlayStation. And that's the guy that goes overboard in explaining stuff.
that came up. That
Nobody
people didn't
doesn't like
realize.
him.
For example, there are some games that you think you're playing offline, but for some odd reason, they have an always online mechanic you may not even be aware of, and they don't have the ability to be played without that internet connection, and therefore, you can't play them. Okay? Now that's stupid. If it's a single player game and you're not actively choosing to access the online multiplayer, why can't you play the game? Some games were just coded like that. So there were a good selection of games that were not available when PlayStation Network was down, simply because of the way that they were made with this online always connection issue. In addition to this, a huge oversight was discovered that no one had figured out until this happened.
An oversight?
Just listen to this one.
If it's a disk drive, that's not an oversight. People knew
So
this.
as you well know,
like
when PlayStation 5 was released many years ago,
for years.
there were two models.
Oh no! Oh
disc-
no! Oh no! I think he's getting the news backwards because the disk drive in the base PS5 that came out at launch, that you don't need an online connection to use. You could just use it. The one that needs the online connection is the accessory for the PS5 Slim. That's the one. That's the problem. That one. The one that you also need to use for the PS5 Pro.
And diskless versions. There's one model that had the disk drive installed onto it, and another model that didn't have the disk drive. Now, what Sony eventually did is they started selling the disk drive separately as an add-on, and now with the current PS5 Pro system, the base system does not come with the disk drive no matter what. You have to get just the base system without the drive. If you want the drive, you have to buy it separately and then have it be a separate accessory.
Okay, you said
or
it was an
peripheral for your
accessory,
PS5
dude.
Pro.
We no.
Okay? However,
What's a PlayStation 5?
get this. When you boot up your PS5 Pro, your disk drive has to sync with your PS5 via the PlayStation Network.
Dude, this isn't an oversight. People knew this was the thing, like, before it even hit shelves. This was a news story when they announced this fucking accessory. And guess what? DSP didn't say anything because he didn't care. But now that he has a PS5 Pro, this was a news story, and there's an example of it being down. It's so funny to me that this dude goes on and on and on about how digital distribution is fine, online always fine, blah blah blah. And then when people bring up these kind of things, yeah, how often does it go down? How often does the network go down, right? Okay, so it's not a big deal. And then it goes down, guys, look at this, you can't play games. Dude, you're so fucking fake. You're so fake.
Yeah.
And it is so maddening that he's that fake and he hits you with these fucking corny ass things. You guys may not believe this. When PSN is down, the disk drive is also down. Wow! Like that's it. That's what he does, and you want to punch him in the face.
So there were people who had their PS5 Pros off and the network went down. They turned on their PS5 Pro, and since the network was down, they couldn't use their disk drive, and they owned all of their games on disk.
Well, how often would that happen? Like, if it went down, what because does it sync continuously on the network? Or is it just like a one-time check? Whatever.
So they couldn't play any games at all because their disk drive was essentially bricked until PlayStation Network came back. Now, some people had left their PS5s on, and that was okay because the link had already been established, and it didn't need to double-check it. So it was fine.
Okay.
But if you turned off your PS5 Pro, you couldn't use your disk drive till the network came back.
Okay, but we knew
So,
this.
This is what I mean.
But
What's
again,
happening now more and more.
It's so dumb. I really hate that this dude is breaking this story and acting as if it's a big deal when this dude said it's fine in the past. I'm pretty sure you could find him saying that the constant online connection thing is not a big deal. But when it is, then it's a big deal.
Is basically we are all becoming reliant on an always connected internet connection. And if we don't have internet, we can't do anything. Okay? Right now, if my internet went out.
Dude, I love how this dude is literally like a baby. A baby. He just discovered the issue with always online. This is the first time he ever thought of this as a problem. And he's like, wait, this goes up. Oh my god, guys, we're so reliant on online. Wow, man. It's literally the fallacy of you don't know what you have until it's gone kind of shit. Come on.
I'm pretty sure I could play a bunch of games on my PC and I could still record. I just obviously wouldn't be able to stream or upload, but at least I'd be able to play.
Well, that depends on the game. That's also
obviously I can't play Street Fighter.
Again, this dum thinks it's a PlayStation only issue. There are PC games that do require always online, and if that goes out, guess what? You're fucked.
They're online. I can't play anything with an online component, but I could still boot up and play games, right? Via Steam, these games are offline, so you should be all right.
I can do that
but
whatever.
What if I can't access Steam at all because the internet's down, right? What if my internet's out? How do I access Steam to play these games? Steam has gone down while I was playing games. Sometimes this happens on Tuesday afternoons, right?
Right.
And when Steam goes down, you can still play the games offline, okay? But you just can't play them online. So as long as you're playing a single-player game with the offline component, you're good. I remember distinctly this happened when I was playing the Warhammer game, Warhammer 40K,
dude,
Space
man,
Marine 2.
Come on.
I was right in the middle of it, and then it crapped out, but then I was able to keep playing it after it crapped out. I was like, oh, okay, at least you can still play, right? So that's a good thing. But this whole online component deal, right? It's an interesting subject of debate, and it's becoming more and more prominent in the modern era.
It's a debate.
Let's be honest. Can we very much be honest with each other? Physical discs are on the way out, whether you like it or not.
Even after this. even after this, he still finds a way to be anti anything. What is wrong with making discs? I mean, sure, technically you could still argue that discs are not infinite. They do like die over time. Like they're fucking discs. Everything is finite. But at least you have the disc and you can enjoy it probably longer than it is if it's digital and if the store closes, right? Like whatever.
Very shortly, you will not be able to purchase physical discs for any console or the PC. A lot of these physical copies you buy now, you open a game box and there's no disc inside. There's a voucher with a code that you enter
This only
into
happens
your
with
online
Sony games, by the way, and
service
some
of choice,
specific
and you
indie
just
game.
download the game digitally anyway. They're not even bothering
Oh my
to
God.
produce the physical
They
discs
do produce
anymore.
the discs.
These
They
game
do.
publishers don't want to spend the money to
Oh
have
my
the
God.
logistics to mass produce the discs, print them, put them in boxes, and then have that physically
Wrong.
available. All right.
Wrong. They still
Now
make
the writing
discs.
was on the wall.
They still make discs. Oh my God.
Many years ago, during the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway, when I started giving away empty boxes as rewards, and everyone made fun of me, but I gave them away.
I did not listen to this part of the fucking podcast. This is insane. I only know he talked about it, and he says like that PC is the GOAT after all is said and done. This stuff is blowing my mind. He is bringing up his dumbass giveaway in this. That giveaway has nothing to do with what's going on or the debate. It is the most irrelevant thing you could have said in this. You might as well be talking about VHS tapes.
Away for free. Now, game companies are charging you for empty boxes, but you gave me shit for giving the box away for free.
Dude, first off, they still produce discs. They still do. Secondly, people do complain about the disc not even having the full game. They still bring that up every which way. People who when Sony announced this like accessory for the PS5 Pro and the Slim, people brought up that the internet connection being dumb and all this other stuff. But guess what? At the end of the day, who has the leverage here? These dumbass fucking corporate published companies, whatever the fuck, that makes these decisions. Like, come on.
For free? Well, fuck you. All right, I'm kidding. That was a joke, obviously. But no, you know, this is the truth is basically,
it's not
these
a good
publishers
joke. It's
have
really
been going
stupid.
this
But
way
I guess it's me
for
being angry is the joke.
many years. All right, they have been. And people just want to, like, ignore everything going on around them in the real world. No, I don't like that. So I stick my fingers in my ears like, I can't hear you, neener, neener, neener. No, I've been. And people just want basically, these publishers have been going this way for many years. All right? They have been. And people just want to, like, ignore everything going on around them in the real world. No, I don't like that. So I stick my fingers in my ears.
What is he talking about? As I said, people have been vocal about this for years. They've been so vocal. DSP has been bitching about them ever since people brought it up. And then he's like, oh, these people are saying that they don't like that. Well, they're idiots. Oh.
My ears like, I can't hear you, neener, neener, neener. No, it's been happening. All right, these companies don't want to give you physical copies anymore. To be honest, the physical copies never meant anything to begin with because you may not realize.
But the other thing is that's really stupid about this is that, you know, well, we'll get to it when we get to it, but what was it? Oh my God, I lost my train of thought. This dude, man. Physical discs, whatever. Maybe I'll remember if I listen to this.
Realize this. You never have owned a single video game that you ever purchased anymore. To be honest, the physical copies never meant anything to begin with because you may not realize.
Oh, I thought it was about like the value or this and that. Yeah, they stopped making discs. That's not going to make games cheaper. Like, they're not. I mean, if that was the case, they would have been selling them cheaper digitally anyway. But that's not the case. Come on. Come on now, dog.
realize this. You never have owned a single video game that you ever purchased. Let me repeat that, because a lot of people...
This thing is literally, hey, you don't own it and you're gonna like it. Eat it. And this is like, this makes you a fucking dumbass. I'm sorry, but dude. Yeah, people understand that you don't own the license and this that. That doesn't mean that you have to agree with it or that you like it. Just because that's the reality of it doesn't mean it's good. In reality, murder happens. Does that make murder good? No. I mean, that's a really like extreme example, but come on, dog.
People don't understand that. I feel like I need to highlight and emphasize this point. You
I'm
have
an
literally
idiot.
never owned a single video game that you have ever purchased. Do you understand that?
But what if they
If
just
you
like
don't
having it
understand that,
physically?
I think I need to explain it to you, okay? When you buy a video game, you're not buying the game outright. You are purchasing a license to play
And that's fucking bullshit. Same with this fucking, I bought a movie digital on Amazon Prime. Oh, we have the right to take that movie away even if you bought it. Like, dude, that's fucking stupid. Literally, these companies are telling people that to just be excited, to just own the license and be grateful that they gave you the ability. And this dude is bootlicking them. He's bootlicking these fucking decisions. People like, so he's basically saying like, why, if you don't like them, why are you buying the game? Well, at the end of the day, I would like to play a video game. I'd like to play Metaphor. Unfortunately, just because I have the disc doesn't mean I own the rights to it. I only have the license for it. But it doesn't mean I have to like fucking slurp it up and say, I love that I own the license for it. Thank you, Atlas.
that game. If you were buying the game outright and you owned it, that means you would own the source code. That means you would be able to mess with the game and edit the game and reproduce and resell the game. You don't have that.
So
all you have is the ability to load.
I mean, he did return the game, but you could argue that what he was doing was illegal because he did open the game, which is not how it's supposed to be sold. Played it, and then like gave it and sold it back to the GameStop. So what he did was illegal, right?
The license and play the game, period. So because of that, people have gotten this weird misconception that because they had a physical copy that they owned the game. You do not. And these companies have found ways over the years, sadly, to screw over people out of their game licenses.
Yeah, but
right?
But guess why this kind of shit is normalized? Because well, first off, it's not DSP's fault, but because I mean, at the end of the day, these corporations have the final say. They have all the power in the room, basically, and you just have to eat it. But DSP is part of the people that normalize this and say, guys, it's not so bad. Like, okay, man.
Right?
Right?
Have this really weird security system, this DRM system, where you need to have a code or a password or something to access the game. But then once that system gets shut down at some point, the game's dead. You can never access it ever again. Or what about buying access to a game via a network, but then they shut down that network? Oops. Now you can't ever play the game ever again, right? Or you can't re-download it if you don't already have it stored locally. So this has been a big issue. Everything going digital, everything going online. And I think finally we got a big reality check this last Friday.
Oh my God. And you know what? This is the thing that pisses me off about this. He has said this every single time when something like this happens. This is a big reality check. Oh guys, someone from Konami, this is a big reality check. Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta remake is like, when you buy it, you're only buying the license. Guys, this is a big reality check. Like, man, he really thinks he's the smartest bitch in the room.
Network went down, and
like,
all of a
this
sudden,
is like
no
the
one
last guy that would know the sky is blue. They're like, guys, huge announcement. The sky is blue. And then everyone's just like, yeah, dumbass, you know. And then he's like, dude, come on, it's huge. I think this is a big reality check.
access to a bunch of content on PlayStation consoles, right? So, I mean, here's my take on it, all right? I used to be 100% a
Whoa.
console gamer for an extended period of time.
Yeah, you wanna know why? He couldn't afford a gaming PC. And the gaming PC he got sucked ass and it was a lemon, so he never played PC games. And to cope, like any other bitch would do, would say, well, actually, console is better. Like, we don't have, like, PC, and we don't have to worry about, like, like, performance. Like, you look at Batman Arkham Knight. Look at, Callisto. And those games were bugged at launch, and the PS5 version was the best version. In reality, man. Because consoles where it's at. When they make these games, they make it for console. And then they port it to PC. Rockstar! You're not gonna see GTA 6 on PC. It's going to console. And this dude was coping and seething about not being able to PC, so he had to take every W console has to say, see guys, I don't need PC, console's where it's at. Then some poor idiot decided, I'm gonna waste my money and buy DSP a gaming PC. And suddenly, wow, PC is so good, golly gee. Man, dude, I have a fucking iMac, and I don't go on these fucking cringe ass rants. Guys, I think PC is pretty dumb. I think iMac is where it's at because, like, Apple has this Apple Intelligence that's pretty cool, and then there's like Apple Encryption, and it does this because I think iMac is better than PC. I don't need a PC after all, and I have consoles, and consoles are fun. Like, that would be insane. But since this guy did not have a gaming PC, of course, consoles were the GOAT. And now that he has one, PC's the GOAT. Of course.
Of time. I would say it was probably around 2012, 2013 when I started direct capture. All right. And I went pure console because my PC wasn't good enough to basically direct capture and play a game at the same.
Yeah, literally because he couldn't do that, so he coped and said console was better. Because watching the PC building streams, he literally, oh my god, I don't know what to do. See, console's better. I would be doing, this is so good. I hate PC. I hate it. Look at this. What the fuck do I do? What is it? What is coolant? What? Why? Where's the motherboard? What's a motherboard? This is so stupid. Because this dude is a fucking Neanderthal.
At the same time. So I just went pure console. And I was pure console from then all the way until summer of 2024.
Like, he had no critical thought of thinking to himself, saying, like, I'm a console gamer. I mean, I'll use myself as an example. I'm a console gamer, but I can understand why Steam is, like, the GOAT. Because it gives you easy refunds, free online play, it has a wide selection of games to buy, it has a better community service, with friends, whatever. All this stuff, like, I understood that, because even as limited as the Mac Steam is, I saw all the cool shit that it had to offer. Like, it's actually a good service. But I play on console, obviously, a lot. I'm not gonna sit there and say, well, guys, PC is stupid. I play on Nintendo, so obviously PC is dumb, right? Like,
when a fan so generously gifted me this high-end gaming PC that I've been using ever since. I was always beholden to either PlayStation Network or Xbox Live. If they were up and running, great. But if they weren't, I was basically screwed.
no.
I guess to some extent you could also say Nintendo Online as well, although I don't think Nintendo Online is as bad with the actual.
There's not a lot of Nintendo games that require online connection, to be fair. Maybe only the NSO service, but that's
Excessive
different.
games, but maybe it is. I don't even know how they really work because I don't really play Nintendo that much to really understand it.
Yeah, because
But,
he loves Nintendo
yeah,
so much, he
so
doesn't play
all
them.
this time, I'm like, yeah, you got to pay for the services and whatever. And then I became
Dude, he
a full-time
look how much, look
PC gamer.
how fake this dude is. For years, he was like, if you were such a console war like peon, a dumbass who like really like slurped up console stuff, DSP pretended to be that guy to validate all these console gamers against their bias against PC. The second he gets one, he already sold them down the river.
right? With exceptions, you know, I have PS5 Pro and I still play on it from time to time. But for the most part, I'm all PC now, right? I'm all in on PC. I have not spent a single dollar having to access Steam or play games online. I don't have to pay for these networks, okay?
Whoa.
Why is it? Let's be honest here. Why are people...
I love that it took him this long to start questioning the scam of online services. It took him this long. This long. Soon he's gonna... One day he'll discover refunds and he's gonna be like, I could buy a game on Steam and then refund it? He's gonna pog right off.
Are people paying for Xbox Live and PlayStation Network when you can get all of those features, all of that access, all of it absolutely for free on PC? Right? You for years.
Dude, I don't have a gaming PC. DSP should buy me one. Because, dude, go back to all of his little rants. Like Third Eye the Third. The infamous little rant. When he was like, why don't you invest in a gaming PC? I don't have the money to do it, Third Eye the Third. I don't have the money to do it. 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 And now he's like, why don't we all play on PC? Damn, DSP. Why don't they? Man, maybe they just don't have the money for it. Because consoles are basically cheaper than PCs, except for the PS5 Pro. And at that point, you're buying a PC. Come on.
The justification was, oh, well, it's because we're providing you all these services. We're giving you a messaging system. We're giving you voice chat. We're giving you all of that. And that is all well and good. They're right. On Xbox Live, you got a friends list. You got voice chat. You got all that. You got that on PlayStation Network. But to be honest,
you get that for free.
How many of us are actively really using those networks in 2025? Most of us have moved on, right? If you're going to talk to your friends online, you're probably using Discord
through
to
what?
Have voice chat to invite people to games.
Whatever.
Discord has full integration on all of these consoles now too, and Discord is free. So why exactly are we actually paying for Xbox Live and PlayStation Network in the modern era?
Because
what
you have no
benefits are we
choice.
Getting by paying for these services
if you play
monthly
on PlayStation, you have no
that
choice.
We wouldn't get.
You can't say
if
no.
We were to be
no
a PC
Sony
gamer.
I'm not
don't
paying.
Have to pay for these services.
Now let me play Guilty Gear
Online.
Online.
The answer is very simple. Absolutely nothing. Zero. There is no benefit at all to being a monthly subscriber of Xbox Live or PlayStation Network in the modern era. These companies will try to justify and be like, oh, but you get access.
Dude, they were a scam when they first started. That is probably one of the things that people, like, it was a tool of sorts. I don't know if Xbox Live even offered anything when it first came out, but I don't know why people are, well, I guess it's the connection they like the most out of Xbox Live. But regardless, come on now, dog. Like, that's kind of where it all began.
Access to games every month. We'll give you 3 free games and we'll do this and do that. It's all bullshit. In fact, Sony has already announced they're phasing out PlayStation 4 games. The only games available now that for free will be on PS5. They're reducing their number of games that are available. It's all smoke and mirrors. In truth, there is no real benefit anymore to paying.
He pays for Game Pass, by the way.
They're just arbitrarily forcing you to do it because you've always had to. But you notice they're not improving the networks. They're not adding features. They're not doing anything to increase the quality of what you're getting, yet they're charging you more. They have routinely increased the cost of these services in the last several years.
We never heard this one before, where you pay a subscription service, the price gets hiked, increases, and there's nothing major that happens. This has never happened before. This is the first time. You know, guys, if you tell me, if you fucking say, oh, but Theo, Netflix, you're clearly lying. Okay, Netflix never price hiked their fucking price for no reason and removed movies and shows. That never happened. HBO Max, that never happened. You tell me that they got rid of something, that you're lying. Come on. This is clearly the first time. So this is first grade news from DSP Gaming. He's breaking the news right now.
But not added any added benefits. So why is it that if you're a PC gamer, you don't have to pay for Steam, You don't have to pay for the online connectivity to any of your games.
Because
You
Gabe
get
Newell
free
knows what
voice
he's
chat and
doing.
everything via third-party apps like Discord, and you're not
Because guess what? It gets people to use their fucking app. Look at like how people like compare Steam to like why does DSP think when games gets announced for Epic for the Epic launcher exclusively, people boycott the game? Why does he think that's the reason?
you're not
For
paying a
fun. They do
dime.
it for fun.
But then if you go on console, all of a sudden you have to pay for these networks. I think it's time, as a gaming community as a whole, for us to finally get together and put our foot down about these and say, we don't want to pay anymore. Because you're not
But
providing the added value.
how can you orchestrate an entire global community to do that? First off, secondly, if anything, these companies will either just use that as an example to increase their prices, or find new ways to like attach games to online only to force you to pay because they know they can get away with it. And then if it goes down, they're just gonna stop. Like it doesn't pan out. Again, it's the one flaw with capitalism and this kind of idea where it's like on paper, yeah, you think if something doesn't sell, they're gonna go back to the drawing board and improve it. But 9 times out of 10, they'll just say, it failed, kill it. We'll never do that again, and they'll never revisit it. It's these extreme decisions. You'll never get like what you're looking for when you do these kind of decisions half the time. But whatever. Okay.
Value you used to be. Yes, back in the day, when Xbox Live started charging, people were very skeptical. But it gave amazing quality voice chat. Much better than what was available via other things. A friends list with clients list where you could easily invite people to games from it, and it made it so much better than the experience without it, right? Then they started offering the games with gold system and things like that. So you were getting the added value, and it made sense. But over the last decade plus, things have dramatically changed.
Whatever.
Now, everything can be done for free via other things. So we don't need to have a messaging system. We don't need to have the voice chat. None of that needs to exist anymore. Remember when people were like, oh, you could stream from your console. It's your way for you to be an online streamer. How many people realistically are streaming from their consoles and doing anything with it outside
There's still a lot of
getting
people that do
core
that, by
views
the
and it
way.
being a hobby, right?
But
Anyone who's anyone has gotten a PC and is now streaming via a dedicated client. No one's using the PlayStation app or the Xbox app to stream and get any kind of attention for themselves.
How do you know that? How do you know that's the case? I've seen people use it.
So, all of these services, these bonus features, these things that make you feel like you're getting value out of PlayStation.
I remember when he got the PS5, he was LARPing that he was gonna try out the stream features that the PS5 had, and he never did. He never did.
Network or Xbox Live are all smoke and mirrors. They're bullshit. Why should you pay for the service that you're not using? And what really got to me is I am still paying for PlayStation Network, even though I probably shouldn't be anymore, and I'm probably going to end up canceling my sub because I was thinking about it, like, what am I paying for? What am I actually doing on PlayStation right now that I need PlayStation Network? Nothing. Every once in a while, occasionally something pops up and I need it again. But it's very rare.
Wow,
that
so
I need
this
anything.
dude literally does the meme where he subscribes to something and he keeps subscribing and he doesn't hop off. He doesn't hop off the subscription, of course.
So at this point, I think you want to know what the funniest part was? Do you want to know when PlayStation Network renewed? It auto renewed for me on the day that the network was down. It was actually yesterday in the morning. PSN was still down.
Such a little drama.
And I got the auto renew message and they auto charged me. And I stared at it and I said, why the hell am I doing this? Like,
so did he cancel it? He said
what
he's
is
going
the point
to.
of me
He
doing
didn't say
this?
He did.
Okay? Now, there is one argument that can be made, but it's very specific.
All right, what's
But
the
what about
argument?
Game Pass? Because Game Pass includes the Xbox Live network. So, does that make sense? Well, here's the thing. If you're constantly playing games via Game Pass, if you're getting value out of Game Pass, then yes. For example, I'm going to be playing
you have no
Avowed
option. You don't have the option to just get Game Pass. You're forced to have
it because it's on
Xbox
Game
Live
Pass,
too with it.
right? There's going to be several games on Game Pass coming the next few months that I'm going to enjoy because they're solely on Game Pass. Right now, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, that's on Game Pass. I mean, what else? Crap. Let's just
I
look at
didn't
the
know that
games
was
that I
on
played
Game Pass.
recently.
Because I-
On Game Pass, Call of Duty
Whatever.
Black Ops 6, I didn't buy it. It's on Game Pass. Indiana Jones, that was on Game Pass. Stalker 2, sure, I dropped it like a hot.
Oh, okay.
It's DLC. Paying
You
for an
dropped it
online
like a
service,
hot rock, of course.
then that's a different story. You're not just paying a base price for the liberty to play a game online
He quietly
or
killed
to have
it
a
too.
voice chat system or whatever. Game Pass, I feel, has the
Oh, he
value
keeps,
there
fiddling with his collar.
because you're getting access to all these games plus the
That collar
online
looks so
connectivity.
weird.
But
it's like
PlayStation
he popped
Network
the
just
collar.
basically paying every month
Like,
just
did
to
he
play
pop
games
it?
online is the biggest fucking scam
Maybe
that
not.
any game company ever tried to pull that no one realizes is an actual scam. When Xbox Live first
Nobody?
started, it was added value.
Nobody said it was a scam. Oh, okay, buddy. Sure.
They were giving you things that didn't exist anymore.
Nobody.
Now those things exist for free via other methods, but at least if you get Game Pass, you're getting free games every month. PlayStation Network literally has zero fucking value for the consumer, but Sony pockets your money every month if you're a PSN member just because. That kind of shit needs to end, especially when it's exposed how many services they have linked to PSN, and then if it goes down for a day, can't play certain games offline, you can't even use your goddamn disk drive because they made you a slave to this service. What a joke.
They made you a slave
make
to the
matters
service. He
even
was a
more
slave to
silly,
the service.
They now have PSN going back up, and guess what they're going to give everyone? 5 extra days of PSN. Oh,
That to me, I think it is so funny. And I don't know why, like, well, I don't know, I'll look at it, but you know, when the PS3 hack happened, they gave people a month of PS Plus, but now 5 days. What a Chuck, what do we say about that? What do we say about that, Chuck?
What a sick joke!
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
oh, goody gosh. So I lost access to my online service for 2 days, and you're going to give me 5 more days of that same service. Why not actually give something as like a value or a thank you, like a game or, you know, maybe some credits instead of just giving me 5 days?
Well, why would they give you a game? Like that has a lot of other issues with that. Like, so they give away GTA 6 for free. Oh, since the network is down, here's GTA 6. Rockstar say, wait a second, no, we need money for that.
Days of PSN, why not give me $5 to $10 of digital credits on your store that I could just buy something
$5 to
with?
$10?
Want to know why? Because giving everyone
Okay.
5 days of PSN for free literally costs Sony nothing. It's a meaningless gesture.
Okay.
It doesn't mean anything because they can just do it and it doesn't sacrifice anything. It's not them saying we're sorry PSN was down. It's the guise of a makeup gift when it's not a gift at all. But people are foolish and fall for that shit. Okay? So anyway,
does anyone really? Whatever.
yeah,
I mean, no
it's
one really
pretty
said
sad
that
the
said thank
situation
you,
we're
Sony.
in. Modern gaming does not require any kind of payment for online service. If Steam can do it for free and all other games on PC literally give you all of these features for free, then there's no reason we should be paying for PlayStation Plus, Xbox Live,
Okay, so what should
Xbox
we do?
whatever.
What
in
should we do?
2025. These systems should be changed and or abolished, and gamers should rise up and be like, we want to be modernized.
up.
Why are we being held in the digital past? And it's because they keep paying for these services, you know?
Because we have nothing. We can't help
And again,
it.
it takes a while, but every once in a while, things like this get exposed.
Oh, whatever.
And I think that it's time for us to all start having this conversation together.
He is literally saying this because it's appropriate for the time. Right now, he can say this, but tomorrow, whatever, man. Okay, man, whatever. Until the next drama happens. This is just lip service. Like, this is tantamount to, like, that one guy that reads political news and is like, I can't believe this is happening. And then they're like, so are you gonna are you gonna protest? Are you going to, like, organize something? They're like, no, but this is really bad. I can't believe it. And they don't put any like action to do anything. That's what this is.
And you know, now I kind of get it. You know, for many, many years, I didn't.
Because again,
But now that
it's one thing to be aware of something happening and saying this is bad, but like this dude is like trying to organize a protest, but then won't actually do it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a PC gamer, I'm really starting to see the concrete advantages to being on PC. For all the problems that you have with tech and shit, right? All the technical issues that we have, you're not getting cheated. You're not getting nickel and dimed. You're not getting locked into certain services. You have a lot more freedom on PC to do what you want, play different versions of games, mod games, right? You're
Yeah,
the boss. You're in charge.
He's not modding
when you're a
Street
PC gamer. When you're on console,
And he
you get
hated
bullied
mods, too.
around.
He shouted
Sony
people for
tells you,
modding
hey,
games.
you got to do it this way, and you have to. They lock access to their games. They make it so that you can't play certain parts of games unless you pay. What the hell is that? So, yeah, let's see what happens
This dude
moving
thinks he's
forward.
so
But man,
smart
has my eyes
saying
been
this.
opened. And
My
after
eyes have
having
been opened.
PS Plus being paid for,
Of course.
ongoing now for a while, I think it's time for me to cut the cord. I think I'm going to probably log into my PlayStation today, maybe tonight, and jump into my account and just
Whoa.
cancel it all.
Oh my
Because I don't know
God.
why I'm pissing away this
Dude,
money for a service
that's
that I'm getting no
crazy.
benefits
So
from.
brave.
But I'll keep Game Pass. 'Cause
Wow.
I got more games coming right around the
Phil
horizon,
is
including
so
the Valve that I
brave.
will
He's
be paying and
canceling
playing.
the
And I do still
PSN.
agree.
Not because he's
that
not using his
Game Pass
PlayStation
is
currently.
the best value for
No,
the buck for
obviously
the
he's
modern
doing
gamer.
it because
So.
he has principles,
Okay.
right, man?
All right, guys. So,
All right, I think that's where I'm gonna end it. You're making good time. Let's just do a vibe check. Let's vibe check today's stream. Oh man, this is already cool.
on the package, it looks like they have like a well or a cauldron.
Okay, close that.
It looks like there's a woman.
All right. I kind of miss when you had the gamer news
Game
thing.
sucked. Half the chat did engage, but no one supported it anyway.
Wait, what?
Me to play anything else but that because it was too boring. Same exact results. Literally 7 years ago, your audience has changed. Okay? Your audience back then,
What game is he talking about?
right? People who really wanted to see Monster Hunter kept asking for it, kept asking for it, kept asking for it, telling me I was mistaken, that I didn't play it. I was told, oh,
Dude, I may have to do another video on this. Because when he played Monster Hunter World and he couldn't play it, he was being a petty bitch about it. Because he went to play Shadows of the Colossus, remaster, remake, whatever. And throughout the entire playthrough, he kept like throwing shade on Monster Hunter. Oh, look at Monster Hunter! See animals, see monsters. Oh, but this game, look, I get to climb. Dude, now I'm swimming. This is so different. Look how different this is. Oh, look, there's a story. Look at there's statues. Wow, this game is so much better than Monster Hunter. And just kept shitting on it when he said, oh, it's not for me. Like, again, why can't this guy just say, the game not for me? Why can't he say that?
oh, that was your audience back then, and that was a long time ago,
And
Phil.
then he has a shit on his audience. He has to shit on them. This dude is insane. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do a video. I already know what I'm saying. I already know what I'm gonna say in that video. So that's a little teaser. That's just a teaser.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Taro crackers.
All right, that's the last thing we're gonna hear about that. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next one when I talk about this fucking Monster Hunter World nonsense. See you when I see you. Bye.
Time to skedaddle on